Yo, mic check, mic check. Yes. So today, obviously, the responsibility of kicking this show off has gone to me, even though I didn't really want it to be me. Um, yeah, man. Let my co-host come and do the warm up and be the professional. But yeah, big up everyone. Big up everyone in YouTube land. Big up everyone that's been watching the streams. Um, Big up all of you that obviously that follow the streams. I haven't been following it that intensely over on obviously the trail side, but I do catch it then and again. I think obviously that Cage that goes on there, I think he makes a lot of good points, but you don't really get to like vocalize his points when there's haters around. He's not always right, but like he makes a lot of good points. So big him up. I know there's a lot of people that are like anti Cage for some reason. I don't really understand that. Like he's trying to make points. Sometimes he kind of speaks a little bit out of turn, but you know, so what? We're human. So yeah. That's my little take on him. Other people that go on there that recently been on there. There's all my regular favorites. Obviously, I got a long list of panelists over there that, like, I would say are top panelists, like top level panelists. Intelligent, they make jokes. Apparently, uh, certain people are claiming like laboratory, like scientific skills. Put it that way, for a better word. Um, so yeah, um, big them up. They're doing their thing. Yeah, so that's my bit of balance. Like, obviously, certain times that place is murking. You can't really deny that. So, credit where credit's due. Um, who else goes on there? That's a good panelist. I'd say all the old school ones, all the ones that have been there from like day one. Big them all up. You know, all of the quizzes and all the rest of the stuff that goes on over there. Even I got a big up Stopzilla, to a certain extent, because even though I think they gas him up and he's not super funny, he's still reasonably funny. Like one liner kind of funny. If you got that certain sense of humor, then yeah, I'll give him his credit where credit's due. Definitely. So a couple comedians, all types of people. And I think the mix of all types of people, all types of mindsets is look, for all my people, by the way, I'm not accepting letting me just speak. Just so you know. I'm not accepting that. So I've obviously like I'm here in it, but like I'm here with you, man. It's like that's what it is, sort of thing. Um so I wanna know obviously like where's my co-host. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I can explain a lot of things and you know review a lot of things, but it's always nicer when you have a co-host to obviously like run the info by and you know get fact checked and all of the rest of it. So once again, I got to big up all the single co-hosts, all the man that have carried a show by themselves. I got to big you up. That means Sniper. That means the whole squad that's obviously like have done that on many occasions. That's a next kind of like level. I big you up for that. Definitely. Whoever you are out there, like if you've been doing that, then you get your credit for that. Yeah. So different topics floating about. Um, I would like to know a bit more when certain people were explaining their reaction to obviously shrooms. I would like to hear a bit more on that conversation. What exactly did you see? Explain what you saw under that, you know, under that trip. What did you see? Can't you be specific on what you saw? Um, and it's proving to show that I don't know. I can't read a person's mind, but yeah. Um, yeah, man. Like, let me see. Um, okay, okay,
Wagwan.
okay. The Don's in the house.
What's good,
Okay,
man?
what you
Let me
saying?
jump off the phone. I'm gonna turn on the computer. Give me 1 second. Let's go to my house.
Yeah, you do your thing. No one's rushing you.
All right, 2 secs. 2 secs.
Yeah, yeah. So big up my people. They're out there. Obviously, they got busy lives. I fully understand all of that, but the kind of direction that we're trying to go is more understanding that look, all of us on YouTube have a YouTube habit. If you're on YouTube, it's a habit. It's like it's a drug. You keep watching things, following things, and your whole thing is online. So I would say try treat yourself from that and live a bit of real life as well. Let me take a sip of that water. The person that taught me about a sip of that water, I have to say, was Scrippy. You know, like from early. I must have been in a show more or less all day from the morning. We're talking hours, like the whole show. And he realized I didn't drink no water. So he said to me, he said, my guy, like drink some water. And it's the best advice anyone could have given me. And of course, that kind of advice come from Rastaman. There's no doubt about that. Um, even though I would like to know, I was watching Russ Kitchen, and obviously, like, I've been Barbados, but Jamaica, no, I ain't been there. So when I went Barbados, the vibe is like laid back. Like I even spoke to some of the people out there, and they're telling me like people are not really getting clapped uh, on this island in that kind of way. Like murders are not that common. So, and I think Jamaica, the murder rate is sky high, so the energy is going to be a bit different to Barbados. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that energy. Um, going there, little holiday or whatever. Because at the moment there's a holiday planned to to obviously go Jamaica, and I wanna I wanna experience it. Let's remember I've been Barbados, so my standards are extremely high. I will accept that Jamaica is going to be a bit more ghetto. Okay, that's not a problem. It'll be a bit more ghetto, and yeah, I hope that ghetto-ness don't ruin my holiday. This is what I'm saying because Barbados was calm. It was like a calm place. There weren't really nothing going on there. You could go anywhere, you know. I had a car there and I just went around. You know, there's a place called Flower Forest. Um, it's basically, it's more of a jungle than a forest, but it's got flowers, loads of different flowers, loads of different trees. And you walk on a trail and like, it's absolutely banging. It's got like big, massive caterpillars going across the road. So it's kind of mad. I know Jamaica is smacking it when it comes to the rivers. I know the rivers are supposed to be banging. If you go there, you have to see like the rivers. Understand that. I know Barbados ain't really pushing rivers like that, not at all. I don't even think they got a waterfall. If I'm gonna be totally honest. But Jamaica has got natural springs. It's got, you know, it's got a mad level of uh, climate. It's got mountains. It's got big hills. Um, yeah, yeah, bro. So that's the difference, I would say. I've only seen that on TV. Let's remember, but from what I've seen on TV, Jamaica's land is a lot more diverse. Barbados is just lovely beaches, shallow water, like the water is see-through. See your legs, see everything. You see fish going past you. But I know, I'm saying like Jamaica's got more variety, I would say, even though Barbados has the biggest claim to fame because it's made of a natural landmass. Like it's eroded seashells and, you know, just landmass, where Jamaica is volcanic, is made from volcanoes, and so are all the other, you know, islands. Barbados is not volcanic, so that's a big difference there. Or so at least they told us when we went on a tour. Went on a tour there, and this is obviously the story from the tour guide. Um, but yeah, when they gave a bit of a speech at Harrison's Cave. Harrison's Cave is a tourist attraction, and they show you water icicles that were apparently thousands of years old, if not hundreds of thousands. They claim inside the cave, Harrison's Cave. And obviously, Harrison's Cave was at one stage owned by a Caucasian man who owned almost the whole island, which I think he bought for 15 grand, his family back in the day. And now, even to this day, Harrison Cave is a tourist attraction owned by obviously Harrison family. You know, they still own that shit. The most disgusting piece of land you could ever imagine, with caves and all kind of madness on them. So this is what I'm saying: is that versus the rivers, all of the banging rivers, the waterfalls, the natural springs, the heated water coming out the wall. This is a madness, you know.
Mm-mm.
So I want to see it. Anyone who's been there, you should be telling me, you know, what the place is like. And um, boy, I'm just saying what I seen on TV, you know, from
That is
YouTube
nice,
and
man.
that. It is,
I heard there's someone in somewhere in Jamaica where they got like a hot spring
yeah,
and a cold spring right next door to each other.
yeah. Of course they do. The man's making tea, puts a tea bag in the cup, and then he just backs it, and it's tea. That's how hot the thing is coming out the wall.
Yeah,
I've seen it. Yeah.
that's a
So
mazza, man.
it is, and they got the obviously. Do you man watch Ras Kitchen?
Who? Oh, what that? R dot.
I don't really watch Ras.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
yeah.
What is it?
M.R. Man, like
Mm.
M.R. You know. Yes, going Ras Kitchen. Big up M.R.
Yeah, no, he went
Definite,
in detail, man. He went in detail because
of
I'm not gonna
course.
lie, I never
Yeah.
really knew much till I see his thing because he went bush, bro.
Yes. 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 Did you see the way they grow everything one place? Are you mad?
Mm.
Everything one place. He's walking like 5 meters. He's got different vegetable. Madness. Above the trees, there's things falling. Coffee falling above your head. Oh no,
That's
chocolate. I
paradise,
mean
man.
chocolate. Chocolate. Yeah, chocolate actually.
Have you
I'll,
heard of have you heard of Kick and Jenny?
no.
It's funny you mentioned about volcanic. It's they reckon in a few years' time it's going to be a volcano that's going to finally come up in it, create like a new island.
Serious.
Yeah, man. Kick 'em back
Wow.
Jenny, they call it.
Wow. Living there is not the one. Is what I'm saying about Barbados.
No, but I think
You
it just
know?
gives a little bit of proof, you know, G. Like, that's what I think, you know. I think if Earth can come out the water like that, so imagine you're
Yeah.
boiling an egg, yeah? You're
That is
boiling an egg, you're
magical
boiling
still. I'm
an
not
egg.
gonna lie. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then next thing,
Mm.
the shit comes out of the egg and bursts.
Yeah.
You know when you're boiling, you overboil it in the pan?
Yep.
Same thing, no?
I think so. Kinda. Like the eruption, yes.
The
Definitely.
eruption, and then you get all the egg white
Mm.
that will come all over the egg kind of stuff, innit?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think to a certain extent, like if you got to think about where's this volcano gonna land, how do we stay away from it? Is it gonna be near us, or is it gonna be out at sea, or where's it gonna be?
Well, it's in the sea, brethren.
Okay, that's all right then. That's okay.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Like
Yeah.
if we're looking for like the answers to like life, yeah. Well,
Mm.
here's what: if you're telling me something come out the sea and then things living on it, then how, like in the middle of nowhere, how did these things get on there to live on it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm?
Yeah. No, it's mad. It's mad. This is what I'm saying. It's like you get some places where the waves have created land because it's kept blowing, sea, dirt, and whatever to a certain place. And one place, the Earth's erupting. It's like it's just a madness. It's which one do you choose? Um, you know, yeah. I rate volcanoes. Don't get me wrong. They can come up in the water, and now you got landmass. That's like you woke up and you won the lottery. And if it's out of water as well, that's even better. So they
See
can
what
build bridges.
in Vinci,
Yeah.
Sufre blew up what last year?
Wow.
Yeah, it blew
Was
up
it a big
last year.
one?
Yeah, big one, man. They had to have a few people evacuate, but still, bruv, like still some of the locals stayed, innit?
Serious?
Not everyone run, bruv. Yeah, not everyone run.
Yeah.
So a few people stayed on the island, innit? And well, you can't really protect your homes because enough ash fall down. But you see that ash, that
Serious?
volcanic ash, yeah, that's rich, man. When that licks up with the soil, when you put a seed in there, bruv, it grows, bruv.
You serious?
Yeah, man.
It's got a lot of minerals inside, though.
Enough minerals. So not all things bad, you know.
Mm. It's a good point. Yeah. That'll make a forest. You know.
You know what I'm saying? Not everything's all
Yeah.
bad, you know, G.
I agree. I fully agree. You know.
But
Sometimes you got to take the.
but that's nature, though, bruv. Like you see, like where we live, we don't have no sun, we don't have this, but we don't have to live with a volcano and earthquake.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
where they
That's
live,
a
they don't
good
have to
point.
worry about.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about heating, gas, not even really
I know.
electricity. Because if you got candles,
Yeah.
and you use that, and you go outside, cook on your stove,
Yeah.
then who are you to say, "Oh, boy, you're living poor"? When really, bruv, they're not worrying every day, bruv. They're easy going out there, chilling in it.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Yeah.
They ain't got no one. They ain't got
But
no one threatening to cut off their gas.
no, they don't. But like, you get some of them who are like, look, if we're talking about Barbados, you definitely get like street hustlers that like are about, and you even get like your dirt bike boys. Do you know what I mean? That like go around on dirt bikes and they're just moving horrific. You can just tell by looking at them, they're not legit in any kind of way. They're just mugging the streets. So
Barbados is flat though,
um,
bro.
it's got yeah, you're right. It is quite flat.
Flat.
Um, it is, yeah, quite flat. Yeah,
See, like where we are in Vinci, yeah. If there's a
yeah,
hurricane, because we're down, most of the towns and everything are in valleys, innit? So when them
yeah.
hurricanes go over, they blow over the hills.
Okay,
You see what I mean? Whereas
yeah,
when you're living in flat land like Barbados, bruv, you ain't got no hills or nothing to protect you.
yep, yep. Yeah, it's true. That's a good point. But this is
You
what
know what
they're
I'm
saying.
saying?
They're saying there's so much land mass because you remember there you got a lot of shallow water. So even though like you know if something's coming in to hit the island, it's still got to get past the shallow water. It's not just gonna like hit the island like it's wobbly or it ain't got good foundation. It's got a lot more foundation. Remember, it came from the water, so nothing's really gonna be hitting into it because it's been building over time, and it's still building till today. Like that place will get bigger. It will expand naturally. So I think that's a madness. Obviously, Jamaica can claim to expand as well because they're getting volcanoes. They might even expand quicker. That's why they're bigger. Obviously, I get that, but I'm just putting that, you know, I
Yeah,
don't
but you
know,
know what they could
like
do?
what? Yeah,
You know what they
yeah.
could do? You know, like how China built their own
Railways. We saying roads. Okay, you
Yes,
cut out
I
there.
couldn't even hear him there. It looked like he cut out still.
Yeah. Okay, I think he was gonna say roads. If he was gonna say roads, yeah, I know that China's been building roads to a absolutely insane extent. Like they're building roads at the rate where people like in the 80s there was no motorway in China in the 80s. Put that in your heads, yeah. Think about what Germany was doing in the 1940s. They were building big, massive motorway. China had none in the 80s, and from the 80s until now, according to obviously like you know Jeremy Clarkson and what he's saying is that they're building 600,000 kilometers a year. So
but
yeah,
why?
like they're building road fast. And well, no, they're doing it in their own country. They're doing it for infrastructure. I can tell you now, they're building roads over rivers. They're building roads up on big pillars going between mountains. Like the designs that they're building back home are mad, completely mad. The technique is crazy. So and they're doing that at home and they're doing it abroad. They're doing it abroad all over the world and at home. So
Yeah, but check this out though, yeah.
maybe yeah,
You see when the lockdown thing come through, how long
yeah.
did they build that super hospital in? How many days was it?
You got a good point there. You know
Bro,
what I
they
seen
built
as
that.
well?
They
I
built
seen
that, bro, in like 10
you're
days,
right.
bro.
You're right. You're right. Prefab just smacked it up. Prefab. Um, like yeah, they definitely did. There was a motorway. Imagine this, yeah. Like there was some guys. They were from Holland. They were building a bridge, like a tunnel under a bridge, and they had a weekend. But the machinery that they had, I've never seen anything like it. They had like an excavator that was just taking off the whole ground in one swoop. And
Mm-mm-mm.
then they just pushed the tunnel in one big, like a pipe. They pushed the tunnel in a big pipe,
Mm-mm-mm.
and then they covered it on top. I said, what? So there's technique all over the place, and maybe I would say that Chinese people go abroad to practice to come home to kill it when they're ready to build something. Maybe they're just
That's what they,
practicing in Africa,
that's what
you
they
know,
do, bro. That's what they all they do,
mugging it,
China, is
not even good
copy.
quality. Yeah,
They just copy, bro.
yeah, yep,
And not sometimes they do good copies, bro. Like, don't get me wrong.
mm,
I'm pretty sure none of us
yep.
buy original chargers after a while, innit?
No, even though they
Yeah,
can burn or
fuck.
whatnot. But yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, there's no need for that. You know, there's no need. We'll take the risk. We'll let them burn whatever. We're not paying no full price. Yeah, obviously, I agree to that. There's no question.
And also as well, what I like about China, obviously steel and all that for cars. But now they just tell people, you get the materials, we'll make it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Really, you
but
want
the
to be the
thing is,
person
they're
telling
they're
them to get the
mining.
materials.
Yeah, but they're mining like crazy. They're mining all over the place. Everywhere you can imagine, they're mining.
Yeah.
Outside of
They're
their
big on it.
country. Yeah. So
And if
they'll draw up
and if
any kind of
and if you
plan
don't
that,
see them,
yeah,
their own people doing it there, you'll definitely see someone of their own kind in charge in another country.
yeah. I mean, they went to Nigeria, and obviously what they done there, there's a car brand that they're launching there, and they're selling the brand in that country, and they're the main dealer, and they're also making it in Nigeria and selling it there, yeah. And basically, like they were employing retired people to be like the top bosses of the place. For
Yeah.
some reason, they said, "Oh, we don't believe in age. We believe age is experience. So we want someone with experience to run this place, and he'll be like the top boss. And then you'd have all these, like the next top boss might be like a Nigerian guy, and then that's who it will be. Um, and they've just got a factory and they're selling it, and they've also adapted the cars to work in that climate. So they've
Speaking
strengthened
of that,
certain
then,
things, and they've done.
oh,
Yeah.
you heard about this monkeypox thing,
No, what's that? I heard about it, but what is it? How about that? I heard about it, but what is it? I
bruv?
don't know what it is.
You just don't want it, bruv.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You just
No.
don't want that, bruv.
Yeah.
It's like,
So not touch the dirty gal. You understand? Like if it's that peak, you can't do nothing. You know, just keep yourself to yourself, hands to yourself. You
you
know,
know that,
that's all
bruv.
you can do. That's all you can do, man.
Boy, the way like I've seen pictures of it, yeah, and thing, yeah, and I'm just thinking, nah, I don't want that, bruv.
Yeah. Boy, that's why it's peak.
Yeah. Now what they're saying is
Certain man are just
monkeypox. It's basically can be caught from infected wild animals in parts of West and Central Africa. It's thought to be spread by
it's like
rodents such
that.
as but if you're eating them things and
Is it
you know
monkey
what I
to a
mean,
human,
and
or how
around
does
them
how does
things,
it work? Yeah, how does it work?
well, bro, they were trying to say in the newspapers the other day that like, you know, it was like transmitted it through by gays, bro.
That could be very possible. That could be very possible.
No, this is what they're saying. Yeah, I got the thing here. Yeah, so
yeah,
it
of
says
course.
UN.
I hear that.
It says UN. It says UN denounces homophobic and racist reporting
Mm,
on monkeypox. So it's saying
yes.
that some media
My
portrayals of
God.
the cases among African and LGBTI
The sodomite
people
people, them.
fueling blame.
Oh, mad thing. Fucking hell. Yeah, what can I say? You know, that's a man's lifestyle. And you know what the argument, what it actually comes down to? It comes down to, if someone is not harming someone, are they allowed to do whatever they want to do? I don't know, innit? And the bad part with what you want to do is that the other person has to be able to do whatever he wants to do. That's the deal. So you can do whatever you want to do. And then that man chooses that. It's just mad. It's completely mad, but you can choose something else. You can choose something totally different for your reality. You can choose, like, a sexy woman, or you can choose something. It's not that. So, yeah, I can't put that in any other way. I hope that made sense. Yeah.
I don't get the only
In
part
any
I
other
got was
way.
sexy woman, mate.
Yeah. That's all you need. That's all you need. You got the right part. Well done.
That, bro,
Yeah.
food and sleep.
the only part. Hmm.
And good
Um,
weed.
but yeah, man, I think like there's a few things floating about. I'll be honest. When I was trying to pick a subject, and no one can say to me, "You're unprofessional. You're unprofessional," because I don't care, you know. Um, but when it comes to I just think anything floating around, I'm not really like a mainstream media kind of straight person. So I might more want to be able to understand if, let's say, the universe, what's the universe created when another one ended? Does the universe reset itself? Not just planet Earth, the universe does it. So a new theory has come up that the Big Bang is the ending of the other universe. So
Mm.
almost how like stars collide, and when stars collide, they absorb each other. When black holes collide, they absorb each other. They can't meet in any other way. You can't have two kings in one place. It don't happen. Someone has to die for this shit to go on. So that's how it is. And sometimes there can be battles. There can be cosmic battles where they're around each other for a long time without actually making contact. But eventually, someone has to disappear, and like no one knows where this matter, or whatever you want to call it, no one understands where it goes or what happens to it. But that's obviously a theory that's out there shaking about. um and I know we got the haters, I know we got the people saying, oh, but how can you trust them, oh, but how can you trust them? I'm a man that thinks not everything is true, but not everything is false. Okay, if I can take something in and kind of say, okay, that might be possible, that might be feasible, then I say, okay, I can kind of, yeah, I can get my head around that. Or I will even play with the idea that that might be real. I'll play with that idea just because why not, you know? And yeah, that's the way I look at it. Feel free to put any feedback on that, you know, like thoughts on that. But that's my stance. And I
Nah,
would
I
like
ain't
to
feeling
know,
that, bro.
it's
I'm not. I'm not
okay, well,
feeling that.
it's
Yeah,
a straight question.
I'm more of a,
Yeah,
like if you look at a tree, yeah, that tree could be old as fuck, right? And for some reason, a wind comes along and knocks down that tree, yeah. Now we all look at that tree
yeah,
and think, yeah, that tree's done for. But really, what's gonna happen to that
yes,
tree, yeah? It's gonna biodegrade down and get recycled, bro, into something
yeah,
new. So no matter what you say, oh yeah,
yeah.
but that's waste. No, it's not, because put it
Mm.
this way, yeah. If a cow shits on the grass and the grass eats the cow shit, is it
I get what
wasted?
you're saying. I fully get what you're saying. Without even explaining, you're talking about like somehow being part of everything, but still be disattached, kind of thing. You're saying
No,
that even if
no,
you die, you're still part of
I'm
something
saying,
cosmically.
yeah, yeah, but
Yeah,
recyclable, you consciously, I doubt you'll know what you are, but
yeah,
you'll be recycled.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. You'll be recycled. So obviously, Rich, what do you think? You'll be recycled? What do you reckon? Um, yeah, man. Big up the people. Um, big them up. Um, Yeah, so I hear that fully. You'll be recycled. That means you're always part of it because energy cannot be created or destroyed. It's always going to be there, perpetual, feeding itself. It will have different cycles. They're now saying universe cycles. Well, if there was universe cycles, then obviously you would accept that our start might not be
Pause.
millions of years
One
ago.
second.
Yeah,
1 second. Because you see on that statement there, energy cannot be created or
or
destroyed.
destroyed.
How is that provable? How do we ascertain that information? Break it down for me, please.
Because you can never prove what happens after. If you can't prove what happens after that event, then how can you claim it?
That's
You
what I'm
know,
trying to say. Amen.
that's
I hear you,
scientists are
but
saying
you
they don't
can though.
know
Amen.
what happens.
It
Right, but let
depends
me
on
tell
how
you
you
one
look at
thing.
the event. Because
But
if you think about it like
one
this,
thing,
go on,
one
when you're
thing what we
finished.
can see, yeah, one thing what we can clearly see as a
Yeah.
sign is that, like I'm saying, is that in nature or even with ourselves, nothing gets wasted. Everything gets put back in the earth
Yeah,
and used back
exactly.
up.
That I kind
I
of
become
jumped on his
worm food for
statement.
the
Yeah,
worms.
that's what I said.
Then worms become worm for the
Yeah,
birds, and then birds you might eat
yeah. It
them
was his
birds.
idea. It was his idea. He said it first. Yes, he said it first, and I just said, yeah, I agree. Yeah. So how are we saying that then? But the one thing I will give religious people or anyone who like co-signs to religion is like when they say millions of years, okay, you can prove millions by going by the minerals and going by rocks. But if there was an explosion, you'd still have the minerals and you'll still have the rocks. So our start might have been thousands of years, but what's been going on before that could be billions because you found the right mineral or you could prove at least this much, or you talk about lead or anything that's been checked and you know the breeding process to get this kind of mineral. Or at least that's what the claim is. If people want to call it a claim, that's
Do you know
what the
what? Do you
claim
know what
is.
my argument would be though?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My argument would be this, yeah. You see, like for instance, you got things like what are they called? Like power stations then. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you got batteries in it, they store energy in it.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
before that energy can be stored somewhere, it has to be created somewhere. That was my argument, to be fair.
Exactly. Yeah, but then
So
if it was
how can
created, that
energy
means it's
not
still
be?
on, it's still living. No, but if it was
What do you
created, it's
mean?
still living. It's like you're telling me about its future, then present, then past. Then you got the whole life, and it's not going nowhere. How can it be like son, dad, granddad, all in one? Like, what kind of madness is that? It's
Wait,
yeah.
slow down,
Um,
because that's a few different
I
topics
think
all in
I
one.
think
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
we're saying
So
is
I
that
did
it's
see
always
that.
about,
well,
When you
that
say
was
it's
that.
always about, in the sense of, I put it this way, yeah. Say like I create a dam, yeah, and I create a
okay,
dam that's got a mechanism that allows
by
me to harness
stopping
the
energy.
energy. Now, what it's doing
Hmm.
is, when that wheel is turning in the dam or whatever I'm using, or
Yeah,
windmill or whatever I'm
it's a
using, yeah,
generator.
it's
Yeah, a
turning the
generator.
cogs of a machine that is generating energy.
Hmm.
So that energy is being
Yeah.
generated, in effect, being created.
Hmm.
So to some
Yeah.
effect, then we could argue that energy can be created. So, although obviously I kind
Yeah.
of get where you're going with this, in the sense of we can't prove that someone created everything in it and created the world and created matter and everything that exists. We can't prove that someone created existence or a being created existence, but we still can't prove
Yeah.
that energy can't be created neither. So we're still at a conundrum
Yeah, but
because
what if
we're
that
I think.
explosion was a god?
I think.
Yeah, but
I
what if the
think.
explosion
I
was a
think.
god?
I
Then
think.
obviously you'd
I
have
think.
what you want.
I
Religious
think what
people.
to
lets
an
down.
Just call the
extent.
explosion God there from the beginning. And you started
Yeah, but
everything.
what lets down? What
That's
lets
what I
down
want to
the
say.
God? Yeah. What lets down the God for me is number one, the lack of interaction. Number two, the why is that happening? And three, why am I
Yeah.
listening to Mr.
Yeah.
Boris Johnson and not you? Why aren't you coming? So that's what I think triggers people to be in, thinking to themselves, well, hold on a minute, who's really
Yeah.
in charge here?
Hmm. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I hear that.
But the point I'm making is,
But
yeah,
on the same
we only
side,
know
that's only
that.
because of what's been written in the books. Because the books, all of these other
Yeah.
books say, oh, he's loving and oh, he was in contact. For all we know, yeah, there could be
Yeah.
a mastermind creator, and
Mm.
none of all what they're saying
Okay,
is
let me ask you, what if a scientific explosion was God? What if that was God? The beginning of whatever we know as the universe, that's God. How do you place
I
that
hear
then?
you.
Then you'd have God in the picture. Yeah.
I hear you, but then, what if anything, like that? What if the universe itself is a mechanism? It's a giant machine. Who knows, isn't it? Like, but at the same time, the point I was trying to make is,
Wow.
we as human
Yeah.
beings, we know what we're capable of. That's all we know. Outside of our
Yeah.
capabilities, we're going into the unknown. So when we talk about
Yeah.
things like creating energy, like I was trying to point out, we create energy, using
Yeah.
dams, using nuclear power, using all different types of things to create different types of energy, whether it be electric, whether it be heating, gas, whatever, bam. But we've got ways of creating certain types of energy. Now, the type of energy that creates actual life as we know it, you know, we haven't figured that one out yet. Or I don't know if it's possible for us to figure it out, but you know, it just doesn't mean that it's still not possible that somebody else, you know, was able to generate some. Like, think about it. When you create a baby, a man and a woman has sex, that thing self-generates. All it takes is for the sperm and the egg to reach each other, then bang, it does all the work itself. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like a mechanism, but it's a natural mechanism, and we call it a natural mechanism because we have no way of understanding or fathoming or even recreating, reconstructing anything like it. Do you feel where I'm coming from? We can only help to can only hope to imitate at best. Do you feel where I'm coming from? So once we get into
I'll
it
put the
like
question
that,
to you: if God's an explosion, like, but like it can be proved scientifically, God right in the beginning of everything we understand and know, then what does that make God? Obviously, that was God there.
I'd say that. Think about it. Life itself is an explosion. When a man has sex with a woman, before
no, you
that
can't
baby
spin me with life explosion. You can't do that. Not when I'm saying it straight like that. You just say life is an explosion in my face. No,
life is an explosion.
I just want to know exactly what that is. If that's God there, like,
Well,
like I need to know
think
who
about it
is
like
that.
this,
If you ever prove God,
think about it like this, science is basically copying the Bible. Let's get this correct. It was never the other way around. So if you're talking about an explosion, you're talking about the Big Bang, you're talking about a loud noise.
There you go.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Some type of combustion.
I have to
when
say
you
Old
open your
Testament
mouth
is
and
there
you
before the
start,
Quran. So
all right, but hear me. When you start opening your mouth and saying words, there's a type of combustion happening there, you know, because it's creating an explosion of sound. Now, once we get that into perspective, you know, the Most High said, "Let there be light." He spoke things into existence. Do you understand?
Yes.
So when we get that into perspective, you know, there's like the Most High ain't
so let
human.
me ask you: Do you believe if you could have been like, if you could have viewed when the light came, do you think the light just would have come, or how would the light come on? Like if you was there, like watching how the light came on.
I think, you see, you know, like I said, we can only hope to imitate and fathom what we can see and what we can deduce in the world around us, or, you know, maybe learn from someone or something else teaching us. But when we're dealing with the Most High, we're dealing with a different level of intelligence. It's not something we can hope to understand.
Yeah, so he just light the place up, and you didn't even see him light the place up. That's how he liked it, because you don't see him light the place up. It just happens. Do you understand it? This is what we're saying. Like when that's done, that's God. That's God's will. Like
I don't
then
know.
is that okay to accept God like that?
I look at it different to how you look at it. I look at it more like, how can I explain this? So imagine
you're not looking at it.
Imagine if you had the ability to think something into existence.
Okay.
Yeah. So you didn't
that's
have
obviously what we want. We want to be able to think something into existence.
All right.
That's obviously
you didn't have to go and get materials and put things together. You could just think something into existence. Like that's the kind of levels.
Can't we put down autopilot? Do we have to have it thinking? Yeah, but can't we just have it autopilot, like it does autopilot, like the whole Earth autopilot? He didn't have time to think about every detail. It was just bang, and it was done. The sea just comes anyhow, you know.
I would still argue that we was made in the Most High's image, and to some extent, you know, we're gonna possess certain attributes that are similar. So to speak, you have to think.
Yeah,
can't speak without thinking.
What do you think about what do you think about being around animals? Like obviously, like animals that could harm you, like big animals, and you're saying we're made in the Most High's image. What if the dog or like lion or whatever you want to call it, elephant, knows we're made in the Most High's image, and like there's jealousy there, you know?
I don't know if there's jealousy there or if animals have natural instincts in it. Just like every single living creature, even down to a microorganism, it has its own instincts, and responds to
Yeah.
stimulation in this environment. So
Yeah.
if the say that the lion was hungry and it sat there with a bunch with a bunch of lions, and you
Bunch of
might get eaten,
females.
cause you might get eaten.
Might, innit?
Like, come on,
You
man.
might,
Like,
exactly.
you have to be careful, man. Like, lion's not made like man.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It doesn't think the
Yeah.
same. It doesn't have hands. It
Yeah.
can't put things
Yeah.
in the
And
same perspective.
imagine when that father teaches his cubs that, look, we eat like people of the pride as well. These are the rules here. And then the next big lion, he's carrying out that same law, saying that's my grandfather's, that's my father's law, and he's just eating pride members because that's obviously the pride that he's been seeing growing up.
All right, so let me ask you a question, Shug. Yeah, what year do you reckon
Yeah.
it was, or what time do you reckon it was when they realized that clouds? Because don't forget, in the Roman days, they used to think the sky was falling. Yeah, so a lot of people used to be scared. So when do you think they had an answer that it wasn't God getting angry, but thunder and lightning? Why don't you say that it's God now doing this, or it's God doing that? Why have we now got a scientific point of view over it?
Yeah.
So the question why I say that is, if we just working out that, clouds when they form and they get together, obviously going to get rain, and then if it's plus minus negative rubbing against each other, then it's going to form. So that's what I'm trying to say. So how can we then rely on? Well, how can we rely on a guy that was using sticks to rub together to make fire? Yeah, working that out, to us people now being able to make lighters and generate the fire instantly. So whose information is more up to date, or whose information is out of date?
You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. What do you think about like Masai Mara running with their stock instead of having like dogs herding up like their cows or whatever they got? They're herding them up on foot. They're running alongside cow to herd, like to bring them across the, wherever they can. And obviously, the way they got to survive, if it gets peak, they got to drink some of the blood,
Them man, they got
and
time, man.
mix it with
They
some
got
milk.
time.
And yeah, they got time. So I'm saying there's people living rough out there. There's people living very rough. I don't understand the gayness when it comes to like South Africa. I don't know what's wrong with that region. You understand?
What?
Like, there's some
What?
funny business going on there.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Really?
I don't know what they're dealing with. Yes, I do not know what they're dealing with. Like, why are they like they're sliding in men? Men are going in men, free willy nilly. So, I don't know. I'm not feeling that whole, that's a madness. Why they got to do that? No, I don't know. I don't really agree with, you know, um, a whole nation going a certain direction. And also, it's like it's rape. It's the whole rape that they do there. The whole rape that they do there is mad. Like I'm not really co-signing that, or and obviously they got a whole jail just for these people. You understand? And they're there, they're
Because you
living,
know
and
why
I'm
that is?
thinking, why are you
You know
living?
why that is?
Yeah,
Because it's a clear place here where, number one,
yeah,
you ain't got no CCTV, bro, and your city. The
yeah.
only way you're safe in the city is if you've got CCTV. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So
Oh, you're
when
not gonna
people
hit
are
us with
all
the
trying to leave villages,
CCTV. We're safe.
no, but it's true
No,
though,
you're not
bro.
gonna say
Bro,
that
it's true because
CCTV is what we
these.
gotta
Listen,
save.
bro,
No,
bro,
Shifa, you're
bro,
not
bro.
co-signing that.
What they're doing?
CCTV is what I got saved. My lord, no, we don't want that.
Yeah, what they're doing,
That's too much.
obviously,
Yeah,
what they're doing, obviously, like say like you live in London, yeah, where it's cramp up, bro, like cramp, yeah.
yeah,
It's moody, bro. It's moody, bro. You ain't got no
yeah,
space. Everyone's fighting for that job. Everyone doing this, blah 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 blah,
yeah.
and they're leaving villages to come live in the city because they're thinking better life, yeah.
Oh,
But that's a price to pay, bro,
oh,
because
how
you're
wrong are they?
competing.
How wrong are they?
You're
Yeah.
competing, and if you ain't got a great eye on the
Okay.
sky, yeah, like
Yeah.
CCTV watching
Yeah.
us, then you're finished, bro.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you about obviously like a legit hustle that like I think you'll enjoy? There's people out there, basically they're collecting like old oil, and from this old oil, they're obviously like burning away the vapors, they're refining it, and they're taking out petrol and diesel from the same mix. The first 20%, the octane is so high that it's actually petrol, and then the rest of it that comes out is diesel. So, like using in your car. Why do you think the
Yeah, but
whole
what are you
hate
talking about?
towards
Regular
diesel
oil from
came?
your car? What, regular oil
Yeah,
from your
regular
car?
oil that you dump at the sump. Yeah, that you get at the sump. Refine that. Obviously, when you're refining, for anyone who don't know, you're collecting the vapors through a tube, and also the top of that tube has to be ice cold. So what is coming from the boiling of it initially has to be over 100 degrees, but then the coil where the droplets go through has to be frozen, has to be cold. So you use a coil to make it cold, and what comes out the other end is obviously petrol, diesel. You're making biodiesel. You're basically being
Mm.
green, like Greenpeace kind
So
of thing. You're
somewhere
reusing a
like,
waste
you
and
know,
creating energy. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
So you mentioned like South Africa, yeah. So for the way that South Africa is going, do you
yeah.
think it needs religion?
How can you have religion when you're causing atrocities like that? I mean, like, let's be real about it. Like, you're going out, you're doing horrific things to people.
All right, so you cut out. Is that me?
About underage. I cut out. You're in about
Yeah, you're
and it's
back. You're
just a
back. You're back.
madness, basically. Yeah, it's just a madness. What I'm hearing. Um, so I don't know how clear things are, but it's like, you know, um, that's
All
the
right,
kind
let
of
me ask you
despicable
something as
people we
well.
have
Yeah,
there. This is what.
let me ask you something as
Yeah,
well. Do you think do you think practicing law is the same way as practicing
yeah.
religion?
Law. Do you mean like
Yeah,
a country's law, or what do you mean? A
yeah.
country's
So
law. I would say with a country's
you want
law.
to be a
Yeah,
judge. You want to be a judge, yeah, or you want to
yeah,
be so you're gonna have somebody else's so to be a lawyer you have to go by the laws of the land. So you need to know so that you're certified to
yes,
be able to, go to the
yeah,
judgment court. So let's say that's you now,
yeah,
yeah. Now let's say about the people who
yeah.
follow the law of the
But
land, yeah.
let's say exactly what it is. You need to get
They're
passed
not
by a
practicing.
lodge. Yeah, you need to
They're
get
not
passed by a lodge
practicing.
to
They're
be
not
like
practicing
a
law.
high level.
One
Yeah,
second, one second. Yeah. So you someone like a judge or a barrister, yeah, someone in a high position, yeah, they
yeah,
practice to be in the law and to
yeah.
be in charge of the law, yeah.
Passed by a
Then
lodge.
you got police officers. Then you got police officers who are to act and enforce the law, yeah. Now, what do you think we're doing
Yeah.
when it comes to law? Are we ourselves practicing it?
I mean, I think everyone. Are you talking about obviously like the whole refining
No,
until
no,
you
no,
get
no, no,
petrol,
no, no.
then diesel? Yeah,
No, 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 no. I'm talking about like
yeah,
generally in life. Are we all practicing something? Like me, I'm practicing, yeah, not
mm.
to drink and drive, or I'm practicing not to chuck a
not
fag
to
back on the street.
not
Oh,
to
I'm
drink and
practicing
drive.
to, like,
Yeah,
bro,
of course. Yeah,
yeah, all of these laws,
yeah, not to drink and
yeah.
drive.
What I'm trying to basically say,
Yeah,
yeah, is I'm
of
practicing. Now
course.
let's have a look at the religion, man.
Yep,
Yeah, he'd be practicing
yep.
his religion, so he's got his own laws.
You're right. He is in that sense. He is. Yeah. Mm.
Hello, fellas.
Yo, what's
Oh,
up,
hello.
Hello,
Ari?
Auntie.
Hi. Schiffer, you didn't know I've been following you, huh?
No, I didn't even know. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah,
Just
of
here
course,
having
white
a
people
little
are allowed their
chat.
gem voice.
Schiffer, I know y'all on the topic and stuff like that because I just wanted, I know I cleared things up with you, but
Yeah.
but Natty here, I haven't got any clearance from him and wondering what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I heard Natty tell this dude that I was doing too much. I'm like, I never did nothing to Natty.
Yeah,
Nah,
no,
you
you
did,
what
you
happened
did, you
there?
did, you did,
What
you did.
happened?
Nah,
But I
you did, you did, you did. You
What did
joined,
she
you
do?
joined that bandwagon thing because I was thinking, right, what did I do to you, kind of thing, and then like I see you join that bandwagon done that. I was like, all right, cool.
wait a minute,
You
what's
know
the
what I'm saying?
bandwagon thing, Natty?
You know, like if someone's got a problem with me, you got to join the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Who has a problem with you?
I don't know. Would you have a problem with me?
I had a problem when you went
'Cause
over
I
there
heard-
and
I
told
heard
Kevin that I be doing too much.
I heard you went running over because obviously I was on Sevens and I was asking him about, you know, why Ari made a video about Schiffer, and I told him about the
Oh.
story about, you know, when Schiffer and obviously someone was going at it, like you come up on there crying.
That was one time, but me and Schiffer bumped head a couple of times. But every time I have a live about him, he always show up.
Yeah, we have.
That's
We have.
between me and Schiffer. What that had to do with you?
I just asked the question. That's all I did because they put it up live. You know what I mean?
So
Nothing's private around here. Nothing's private.
No,
around
I
here.
said
You do
with
know
that. What you mean? I was doing too much when you was telling Seven that you went to Seven like that was my nigga or something.
Nah,
Yo,
just saying
salute,
you
Pilu.
doing too much, man.
What
Hey,
am I doing?
salute everybody. Salute everybody in chat. Salute Jenna Wallace.
and everything.
Salute everybody. Salute
I
everybody.
just
Yep.
wanted to clear things up
how's the new
with
guest?
Natty and things like that. That's all.
And Shifa, yeah. And if you want to, I told you there's a section called YouTube Universe and Discord. So all you gotta do is put it on YouTube Universe, and then you can put it there, and I'll mark everybody for it. Okay? And that's how you do it.
I will do. I will. Thank
Oh,
you.
you got an accent too.
Yeah. I'm originally Sierra Leonean, but I live in DC though. I'm from DC, but I'm originally Sierra Leone. I was born in Sierra Leone, but I grew up in. I live in DC though.
In America?
Yeah, in America. Yeah, DC,
Right on.
Washington DC, the capital.
Right.
What, you two never met now?
No, I don't
First
know
time.
these young guys. No.
So what,
You know,
what do you
I'm
think
a
about the
senior
question?
in this
I'm an old man. And my face is looking young, but I'm old.
So what do you guys think about the question?
The religion, has religion hurt us? It was two questions, but the first one was religion, right? And what's the second question?
Yeah.
It was about women. Let me see.
Oh, the women destroy the family?
Destroying the family, yeah.
I mean, I think that look, I would never say the women are doing it because I think the men are the ones who have to set the standard, and women have to follow through. So if the men are setting the right standard, the women are going to follow through correctly.
What?
What standard though?
They have to set a standard. They have to regulate. If the men are regulating, the women are going to be out of pocket. That's natural.
Get out of here with that.
What year is this, bro?
For real.
We have to regulate.
If the men don't regulate, the women are going to be out of pocket. They're going to be out of pocket if you don't regulate. That's just how women are. If they're not regulated, they get out of pocket.
Regulators.
Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, what year are you talking about for real?
Yeah, what year are you talking about, bro? Because like I don't know if you
if the men is regulating, right, the women, they would like to do what you like if the men are regulating right, the woman will trust the men, will trust the leadership of the men. Okay, I'm gonna say it in a more polite way. Okay, if the men were being effective providers and community builders and security builders for women will naturally respect, follow, and trust the leadership of their men responsible for them, who they've decided and chose upon.
Now I hear that, Pilu, because if you know like I know, then you don't want to step to this.
For real. I have something to say. Is the woman working with the man? Or are you both employed? Or she's the homemaker and you the man?
No, it depends on the situation, right? It depends on the situation. If a man is lucky enough that he could provide for his woman and she don't have to work, hey, that's more power to him. I respect that. More power to you. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say?
But then she would have to regulate and follow order if you taking care of her, yes.
Of
But if
course, yeah.
y'all working together, it should be like a equal type thing, right?
Yeah, if you working together.
Equal.
So, but I think the responsibility is the man, right? But unfortunately, maybe some men not have all the means to do that, and that's a tragedy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to knock the men who can't, as long as they're working legally and trying their best. But they should be striving for that, though. They should strive to be able to fully support their spouse. They should strive for that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Good point.
Okay.
I'm not trying to knock the people who can't do it now. Some people can't do it, right? For whatever reason, right? I'm not trying to knock the working man, but I respect any working man though.
Yeah, I
but you
do
do
too.
better,
But
don't you? I mean, look, if you're gonna be in a dead end job, right, and you're gonna be thinking, well, let's say I'm 40 now. Am I gonna be here in 10 years' time, or should I try and do something else so that I can at least cut it down? So with the next 5 years, I could be earning double. I think that's what I would do, bro.
And if the men had good characters, the woman will follow. If all the men had good characters and they build with other men with good characters and they build a community of good characters, the women will like it. They'll just follow along because they want to be part of something positive.
well, how you feel if the woman make more than the
I mean,
man,
look,
earn more than the man in the relationship? Shouldn't
That's
she be
fine.
the boss?
That's fine. No, but she shouldn't be the boss though. She respect the
Why
man.
not?
She should respect her man though. If she
Yeah,
don't want to
but
respect him, if she don't respect him, maybe she should find another man. But don't be with the man
wow.
and disrespect him. Nah, if you want to be, if you know you're making more than the guy, don't be with the guy. If you can't respect the guy who's making less, if you can't respect the guy who's making less, you don't be
exactly,
with that guy.
No,
exactly. I think
it's a certain level
once you
of
get to get,
respect.
yeah,
She will respect the men, but excuse me, but you sound a little chauvinistic to me.
I
If
think
you want to
Palu,
call me
yeah. Once you
chauvinistic,
lay
I'm
Palu,
fine with
it's
it. I'm fine
obvious,
with
yeah.
it. Okay.
Palu, once you lay your
Okay.
tables down right, because look, if you're the type of guy that's just after pussy, yeah, then
Ooh.
you might get your trousers pulled down at the end of the day, because she might be thinking, "Right, this is all this guy wants." But if you're a guy about house, car, kids, just good life, actually, wanting to have your mortgage and set your family future, because don't forget, when you have seeds, that's your family now, yeah, and you've got to start worrying about the future for them. So that's always on your mind, yeah. So, bro, you're gonna figure out what this woman's about, innit, man? Like, you're gonna really put your labels down, and you can say, "This is what I'm about, and I don't care what you're doing. If you ain't earning enough, that's not enough for me." That's fair enough, bro. It's 2022 now. You know what I mean? Everybody wants what's the word?
Equality.
Like a standard, yeah, a standard.
No. I'm saying if a man, if a woman like comfortable respecting a man that's making less than them, they shouldn't be with that man. But I think the man should strive to be able to support the woman. Okay, if a man was really striving, okay, don't get me wrong. A lot of women they're not used to responsible men. So if you really come at them and really responsible, they don't believe you because the way they look at you like, oh, he's gonna turn on me one day or this, that, and the third.
No, Palu, you're putting too much
listen.
pressure on yourself. You're putting
I'm
too
not
much
putting too much pressure on
yourself,
myself.
and then
No,
you're
it's
gonna
not.
blame the woman.
No. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
and then you're
I
gonna
didn't blame the
blame the
woman.
woman
I
for
didn't
putting
blame. I didn't
pressure
blame the
on
woman. I
yourself.
didn't blame the woman for putting pressure. I'm not blame. I'm taking the pressure off the woman. I said the men should be responsible. I never put no responsibility on the woman. I didn't put any blame on the woman. What I didn't put not one
No.
blame on
What's
the
the
woman.
responsible of the woman? No, but in a relationship, what's the responsibility of the woman? The same responsibility as you.
No, I think the men have twice the responsibility.
Oh God.
Bro,
You know how
that's what I'm
I'm
trying to say.
feeling
And then,
this.
I think men have twice the
and then you
burden.
know what's gonna happen, Palu. When things get on top here, you're gonna blame the woman. Oh, she didn't help me.
Yeah.
Oh, she did it. Bro, just get it, bro. Just tell her 50-50, yeah, bro, so that you're good. You know what I mean?
No,
And you know that
no,
she's
not
good.
50-50. If it's 50-50, it's because I don't have it, right? Don't get me
Wow.
wrong. I'm not knocking the people who don't have it. If you don't have it and you have to go 50-50 for now, I'm not knocking you, right? If you don't got it, right? But you should be striving to better. You should be striving. Yes, you should be striving for better. Do your
You have
best,
a lot
guys.
of expectation in a woman. It seems like when you get a woman, you setting certain standards that she have to match up to with you. And if she don't set that standard with you, you don't want nothing to do with her, right?
But I came from look. I came from I came from really high class people. So the way I look at the world, I look at the world in terms of I look at the world with a lot of gentility. So I have standards because I wasn't just born regularly. Like I was born like
There you go.
my
It's
parents
about
had me and
you,
my
baby.
grand.
It's not
So
about
no
the
no
woman. It's
no
about
it is
you.
no. It's about class.
Because
It's
you're
just
not
about
answering
class.
my question.
It's about class. No, I did answer your question. I'm trying to say, because you asked me about my standards, and I said yes, it's an issue of class. I'm admitting to you, yes, I have an issue with class. Like
Boof, boof,
everything should be done class with class.
boof,
Yes.
boof, boof.
Mm.
I hear you. I hear you. And that's what we see a lot in everyday life, different classes. But you know what is the damage that in these different classes that these women can, do? If that's what the question was, is that the
They can do a
question?
lot.
Like,
They can help. They can help a lot. They can help a man a lot. A woman can help a man a lot. But make sure he's strong because a lot of women be stuck with a man and they be on a struggle love and the guy don't do nothing. So don't be on a struggle love with a guy who's not worth it, right? I'm not saying because not every guy is worth your struggle love. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at character. You have to look at
Well,
character.
I don't know which one of the guys said it should be 50-50, and you said it can never be 50-50. Why is that?
yeah,
I didn't say it can't be 50-50. I said if I literally let me repeat what I just said, right? I said literally if you don't have it like that, I'm not knocking the guys who don't got it like that. If you don't got like that, I don't got like that. I'm not knocking if you don't got like that. I'm not knocking you. I'm not here to knock. I'm just here to motivate. I'm here to motivate the men. I'm not here to knock them. If you don't got it,
yeah, of
and
course.
you
But
need to go 50-50, if you need to go 50-50 with the girl, then so be it. If that's what you need to do. Even if you make more
okay.
money than you,
But
that's
if
what
you
you
haven't
beat it.
got
But you
that
should be striving.
50-50, okay, but if you haven't got that 50-50, so what you're saying that even though you're going halves, you might be made redundant, yeah? So your job's falling. So now she's got to find the other 50%. So now she's doing 100%, yeah? But bro,
I
at
didn't.
the time, anything
I
like
didn't tell her
that,
to do
bro,
100%. I told the girl to do 100%. I never
no,
said
I'm
that.
saying, bro, no, I'm saying, yeah, it's 50-50, yeah? So you pay 50, she pays 50, yeah? Then you lose your job. So now she's got to find that other 50, yeah? Let's
For
just
the
say
time
money
being,
wise.
she should help
Right,
you.
for the
Yeah, for the
time
time
being.
being.
Okay,
But
cool,
but but
cool,
she, don't help
cool,
anybody.
cool,
Don't just help any
cool,
man. Man, woman, don't
cool.
just help
But
any man. 'Cause a lot of men are losers.
all right, cool. But you're not a loser. So what you're gonna do is pick yourself up because anything can happen. Even her herself could lose a job. So what are we gonna do out here? Be fucking dumb, bro? That's messed up
You know,
world,
you're right.
bro.
You're right. If you're right, it's always good for a woman to be able to support herself. I'm not saying a woman should not have the means to support herself. I'm not saying that. Okay, let me give you practical examples of what I'm saying. Let me give you
Not
practical
support
examples.
herself, support you as well. Like support each other.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, she should support you like emotionally,
He's talking about if you lose
psychologically.
your job.
Of
If
course,
you
if you
lose
lose your job, it's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. I'm not okay. The tragedies happen. You know what I'm saying? You might need your girl to support you. Yes, I'm not knocking a guy if he's in desperate strait. I'm not here to knock. This is not a knock.
uh,
I'm not a knocking anybody. It's not here to knock. I'm just saying that just because but the tragic situation should not be the standard. You know what I'm saying? We should have a standard of excellence. Don't be wrong. We have to
I
account for
agree.
we have to account for tragedies. I'm not saying that. Like my life is a tragedy. Every life is full of tragedy. I don't know anybody whose life isn't full of tragedy. I don't personally know. There might be people who don't have tragedies in their life, but I personally haven't met those people yet. I haven't met them. I'm
ooh,
not saying they
honey,
don't
you know
exist,
what?
right?
You
Hmm?
got more excuses than a prostitute in church, honey.
I don't have what excuses. I'm just saying.
Good
But
Lord.
I'm saying that
You're putting way too much pressure. Well,
on the
the way how
man.
it seems is like,
On the woman, honey.
yeah, or just use it as that you are the damage you, that
Pressing the
only you can
woman.
damage it because you
eh,
want to be in
Oh, from
charge.
what the man's doing. The
You want
woman's
to be the
pressured by
main
what the man's
earner.
doing.
And when everything falls, you want to blame somebody, but only you can blame it because you're in charge, bro. I'm
Right.
putting that 50-50, bro.
Oh, but yeah,
50-50
but
out here.
I'm saying the man should have the blame. Okay, play this. The man should blame God. He should blame God for his
Whoa.
condition. Blame God. Blame God. Say, God, why you put me in this condition? What do you want out of me? What do you want me
Me
to do with my
mute.
life?
A
He needs to soul
spiritual man.
search. He needs to soul search. Yeah, the man needs to soul search and search his soul for what's right.
Bro, the man just needs to grow up, bro, and just realize, yeah, that first of all, the first person in this world who's most precious is yourself, yeah. And when you're ready,
Mm.
yeah, to share something with somebody. You could get rich on your own, bro. You could just have somebody come round, sleep with them, stay in your bed, and you could say, you know what, get out because this is all mine, and I don't want to share it with nobody. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
could
but
be
you
like
still
that,
want a
bro.
woman though. You want a woman though. Who
Yeah.
don't want a
But
woman?
okay,
Okay,
What
but
man
but
don't want a
Natty
woman?
you
Gallop
want a
in you.
relationship, bro. Like, you know, when you go to
I want a
work,
woman.
yeah, you know, when you go to work, yeah, and your boss says, right, you two are paired up here. You build a working relationship. Yeah.
No, man, I want a
Because no,
woman.
because listen, because you're doing something, yeah, you're working, you're both working together. So if you want a woman, bro, what do you want her there for? Is it a relationship or what? What are you talking to me about?
No,
Is
but
it
a woman helps you a
Sleeping,
lot. What you
mate.
mean? Okay,
so
a
you
woman
just
could
want
help
her to
you.
sleep, eat,
No, a
cook,
woman could
and look
help you
after
though.
the kids?
A woman could work. I'm not saying a woman. I was gonna give examples. Like a woman could work. Like for example, right? This say if I had enough money to support my wife, right? If I say I had enough money to support my wife, that she didn't have to work. 'Cause I'm just giving a practical example. Like my grandfather, my grandma, she didn't have to work, but she still worked part time, right? Because she wanted her own money. She just wanted to do her own job, and she had her own. She had a part time job. She was teaching sewing because she was trained to as a seamstress, just in case she couldn't get a husband or just in case something happened to her. She needed to be able to support herself. So she was a skilled seamstress, and she did it part time, and she also taught it part time. But she was a full.
See,
She didn't work full time. See what I'm saying?
see,
So, but she had a skill. She had a skill in case something happened. She had a skill, right?
see.
So I would never say
Yeah, big up
women
on the
don't
woman.
work at all. You know what I'm saying? I would never say that. Even if she do work, matter of fact, if she want to work, she could even use her money to get a babysitter or something. If she want to get a
More
nanny,
power to
hey,
her.
she could work. Yeah, more power to her. I'm not knocking. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I just say the responsibility is the man, and I'm not saying that he has to be able to feel it all the way. If he can't feel it, if it's a tragedy and the woman's helping him, more power to her. But I'm trying to say
Right.
he needs to have the standard that it's
Yeah,
his responsibility. And just because you fall short of a standard doesn't mean you shouldn't have the standard. It's something you all need to work towards. Like nobody's ever going to be perfect. Nobody's ever going to be fully excellent. The excellence is about your own striving, initiative, and desire to be better.
yeah.
Boy,
Yeah, you got old standards, honey.
yeah, you're definitely old school,
I'm
bro.
old fashioned. Old fashioned. Yep. Old
Yeah, you
fashioned. Yep.
very
And
old.
it's not, and that way of thinking, there are some out there, bro. But when they mix with other people, G, that's just gonna disappear, bro. They're just gonna come with 2022 and just be like, I don't know what this guy's on. You know what I'm
And
saying?
if
Like
it's a high
you're
standard
gonna
woman,
think
Serious.
you're
You're
gonna think that that
serious.
woman's not gonna want
she's not
bags,
gonna
Oh,
go for
like
that.
that.
shoes.
Because there's a difference
Wow,
between skills and a career. You
Mm,
understand?
that's
If
crazy.
she's a housewife and she have a skill, that's more like basically a hobby. But if she have a career, she's
Oh, but
gonna
she ain't
follow
earning
that
money.
career.
Yeah,
You feel me?
until
You
she
have
can
a
prove
career,
that she's
right?
got money coming in from it, it don't count.
Right.
mm.
She want to
Yeah,
contribute to the family on buying a home or raising the kids, college funds, things like that. She want to help
yeah,
her husband in or her ever in this relationship, and he bounced.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Very.
that's it, man.
He bounced
But
exactly.
no,
Yes.
but you know what? Listen, I do understand Mr. Paylu, yeah, for wanting to have a standard,
Oh,
right? Everybody's got a standard, bro.
mm,
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody's got a standard, whether it's looks or whatever, yeah. But
Right.
when you get into a relationship,
yeah.
yeah, that is the real test. You see what I'm saying? And that's
It
when you
is.
find out what you
It
want
is.
and what you don't want, bro.
Yeah,
Oh.
Oh no no. Oh yeah.
yeah.
My bad. I was looking at something else on my phone. But anyway,
And people get fat in relationships.
I gotta leave
Also,
anyway.
it's contributing.
I gotta go back to work. I gotta go back to work. I'll talk to you later. Do I gotta
All
go
right,
back to work
big you
anyway?
up, man.
I was on lunch
Have a
break.
good
Enjoy
day at
yourself.
work.
Nice talking
Take
to
care.
you.
Come on.
Cool, bro. Bye.
Yeah,
Uh,
big up, Mr. Pilu, man. Big up. Appreciate you, bro. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
what about this second question, man? I'd like to hear from RE. What do you think about this?
let me see. That the woman. Let me see. It was are women destroying family structure?
Yeah, and Shad
But
came up with the questions, by the
Wow.
way, Suge, up in the top left corner. So Suge, could you also give us a rendition of what
Yeah.
made you come up with that question? What gave you the idea for it?
Oh, just purely trigger words. Purely trigger words. Nothing else. Purely trigger words,
No.
just to like make conversation around it. And when you throw stone, whoever the stone hit must be Doug. You know what I mean? It's like we're just putting it out there and seeing the response on that kind of frequency. We're not claiming it, but if people are defending it, that's absolutely fine. You know, of course you gotta rep your thing and say why that can't be true. You know.
Nah, but you know what though? I want to know what type of destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
one of
all
the
right.
biggest
We would
ones,
say
treatment.
specifics. We would say not allowing access to the child. We would say that's the number one suicide rate trigger.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
that's not a family anymore. That's two different parents. Like, what is how is a woman destructive? You know, within a relationship or within a family. Like,
Yeah.
you got to look at some of the toxic stuff they can be doing there. You know what I'm saying?
I have an example, like the guy that just left. If I was in a relationship back in the day, like that, and he put all of this pressure on me, that would cause me to leave.
Mm.
And that's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, but some women might stay.
breaking up, you know. Instead of going to counseling and getting, and getting some type of psychology type help for me in order to get along with my mate, husband,
Medication must be.
whatever. I would just go because I can live under that kind of pressure. I couldn't even have a family with a person like that, you know. And if
Yeah,
we
no,
happen to
definitely.
have a family, that'd be a mistake because I wouldn't be able to, deal with anything like that.
Mm. And you know what? Yeah, even if you are in a relationship like that and you want things, yeah, you don't have to wait for that other person to give you the green light. You can get it. You know what I mean? There might be a woman, she just had kids, she might turn around to you and say, "Oh, you know what, babe? I'm doing a course now, and by the way, I'm doing a part-time job." "Oh, what do you want to do that for?" "Because there's shit I want to buy." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
And
Okay.
he
that's
seemed
not
like the
stopping her
person, well,
from.
I don't want you to work. You got to be at home taking care of these kids. I'm the man. I'm going to bring the bread. You take care of the kids.
Yeah. And not only that, he's not talking like he's owning a business where he might not get fired. He could get fired tomorrow, and he wants to take. I want to be 100% in charge, bro.
Right.
When that shit falls, the kids, the dog, the goldfish, everyone's gonna be looking at you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like that, yeah.
it's like
Like
that,
that.
bro.
Wow. Mm, yeah.
And then you know what they're
Yeah.
gonna do? They're gonna be
There's
blaming how,
two sides
"Oh,
to
you
every
never
story.
supported me. You never went to work. I worked every day." Yeah, I've
Right.
heard it. I've seen it, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Maybe I
Yeah.
might have even been guilty, maybe
We all
one
seen
time
it.
in my past life. You know what I mean? Of not
I
Yeah.
feeling
definitely.
right. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so that way of his thinking in that day and age, because what he's forgetting is that there weren't women working. They weren't
No.
allowed to work. That's what he's forgetting in certain jobs.
Yeah. But it
In
would
these
help a
places.
man
I'll
run
be
his own
there.
business. If he had his own business, they would help a man run it. Like they'll be
Are they
about
going to get
do
paid?
whatever. Yeah,
We
they're
just
rich
had
anyway.
COVID. A lot of people was getting fired during COVID. It could any kind of natural disaster could happen. The whole house could be gone. And how
Okay.
you gonna rebuild if your woman ain't working with you? You
Hey,
fired.
can I
Exactly.
ask you what's your views on obviously COVID now? Looking back at it, now you could see like what's your views on vaccine? What's your views on everything? Now looking back, now we got the ability to see what happened and now make a choice on the situation.
It hit us so hard. And, I lived this life in 50 something years, and nothing like that would happen in my life. For
Right.
Yes.
I can understand if I was young or just getting out of college or starting
Yeah.
a job, that would have been a problem.
Yeah.
But as my age as being
Did you take
settled,
vaccine? Are you
nope,
jabbed up?
nope.
You promise
I'm
us you're not
retired
jabbed
where
up.
I don't have to really, unless I'm traveling or something like that.
Okay.
Okay,
My son,
let me
Okay.
ask
he
you
travels
Then
a
that's
lot.
to sum up
necessary.
to sum up Shug's question, go back 10 years. What has
Okay.
been the biggest influence on Americans 10 years ago before this happened? What was a big influence for Americans to be always constantly in the news about, or constantly, a big hype, big game changer in the world kind of thing for you lot?
Terrorist.
Right.
ISIS. Definitely not
Yeah.
9/11.
Hey, can I just
Before that,
ask you, how does it
before
feel
that,
now?
before
Yeah.
that, before that,
Yeah,
I'll be
even
honest with you
before that.
guys. Before that, just before I was born, I think for me, it must have been like racism.
Well, I'm from the ghetto, okay?
Yeah,
And
definitely. Definitely.
and
Yeah.
there was a lot of high when crack came in the 80s, a lot of kids was murdered, a lot of people was murdered, a lot of people was put in jail, prison, all of this kind of stuff. So I'm from the 70s when the Panthers had formed, and when the Panthers got dismantled. You know, it was a lot of tragedies going on in America in my life.
Was
You
that
know.
also because
Yeah.
when they realized that they had the Black Wall Street, there was a town that had like its own oil, wasn't it? Banks.
What year?
And I'm not too sure what year it is, but it's a true story that in America that they had a black town or a black city or something like that, and they had their own barbers, they had their own mill, like everything what they had in the white town, they had their own banks, and because it was booming and doing so well, they ran over there and started knocking it down, started beat them up, killed people, and burnt the whole town because they
As well as
said that.
indigenous
I'm from
people as
California,
well.
so
Yeah.
I'm from
But the
California.
reason
So
why I'm saying that is because academically back then, like because they weren't allowed to get the best of school, a lot of black were doing well, getting jobs and everything like that. So chucking that into the hood, like KRS said, 30 years ago there were no black cops. You couldn't even drive around the block. Recently, police trained black cop to stand on the corner and take gunshots. So they were just calling them, man.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
get
it
them
there.
bars there, bro.
Music audition.
being from the ghetto, being from the hood, a lot of us wasn't even focusing on, oh, we gonna go to college or we gonna do this and that. A lot of them got out the hood either through being a basketball, football star, or being a rock star, which is a dope dealer. You know what I'm saying? Or being a rap star. You know what I'm saying? They
But
wasn't really
how many of
focusing
them
on
made it
that.
rich? How many of them made it rich? Them old basketball players. Let's talk about Pippen, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman.
Pimping is
Why they, what's happened to all of them?
Pimpin, by me being young,
Dressed as
young
women.
in the 70s, pimping was a big thing in the 70s. Okay, okay, and the 80s, rocks, crack, 90s rap, 2000, it's more like self-made millionaires having their own businesses, clothing, building their own things like that. From being a rap star, being an old dope dealer thing, a lot of blacks have made their riches off of doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
That's
just
true.
looking to that kind of lifestyle for the
No,
black
that's true.
American.
That's true, because you know what? I was looking at these TikTok girls, and they were saying that
Mhm.
we are doing trends and people are copying
Mhm.
our trends. So like,
Okay.
i.e., let's say like twerking. Now I don't want to say
Oh, Lord,
it is.
yeah.
I don't want to say it is a black culture thing, but I've never seen it anywhere else in the world.
What?
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, like I've never gone. Like I've never seen Indians doing it before us. I've never seen anyone doing any of these dances before, like black people and stuff like that. And when I started seeing how they started popping off, bro, like,
You know what I never saw, Natty? A dance that lasts this long. One dance, which is twerking, lasts years. We had the bump, we had the robot, we had all that done faded.
yeah.
Look at this twerking. It ain't faded yet. What the hell? What the hell?
Because you know that robot and everything, not everybody could do it, innit?
Right. And the pimping thing is out because you got these what OnlyFans, we got everybody
But
doing the
they're pimping
webcam,
themselves.
so that's put them out of business.
Mm. That's what I'm. Yeah, definitely. Because these girls are saying "boss bitch," you know, "mula," "missy mula," and all that stuff, and you're like, well, they've got the world
Even
at
at
their
even the
fingertips now, man.
webcam and being online is taking over the strip clubs. These women saying, "I'm getting tired of breaking bread with this manager, with this club. I might as well set a pole in my own home and be on the web and have all the money."
Mm.
It's crazy.
And the connection with this internet has definitely been a beneficial thing for a lot of people in the world as well.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, if we didn't see half of the stuff like, you know, YouTube videos with them police brutality and stuff like that, yeah, shit, boy, you know, I know even people say about that Black Lives Matter, but what that did, in a way, was a chance for, you know, black people to actually get together and start talking, but not co-signing underneath Black Lives Matter, yeah. Black is the
Right.
movement.
And you
So,
see how they're trying to demolish that?
well,
These
I
young,
just see
these young
the
rappers.
moment you put yourself BLM, you set yourself as a target. You've already put yourself on a
Right.
side, yeah. It ain't no side. This is just stop your fuckery.
Yeah, because my kids right now, my is listening to this young music and they instantly become millionaires and they instantly dead. Can't even enjoy the fruits of their own labor now, you know. So yeah, it's a new way of killing us blacks.
Well, that's what I was trying to say to you, like about all these old people before. Yeah, they should be like still in the news, still popping. But you've only got Michael Jordan because he's got Jordans.
Yeah, but he ain't with the black community though.
Well, you know this. You know he's
He
not
been like that for
collaborating with anyone. He's not bringing anyone in. I mean, Pharrell has to go to like Adidas to say, "Oh, let me do a collab with you."
none of that.
You know, Yeezy, fair enough, he went to Adidas, but well, if you could just bring out your own shit, man, people will wear it. But the minute you do that, they want to cut off that, man, because you're going to become too powerful. Everyone's going to move to your stuff and say, yeah, you know what? Let's support Yeezy. Yeah. Oh, actually, wait, it's Adidas as well. So yeah, I might as well have a choice now in it between Nike and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I see the way
Right.
how they build up their money and they just wait. They just wait till they've made a few $1 billion or they've got like the best #1 album. Like, what's his name? R. Kelly. They're still going to be using his albums. He still come around again. Then he'll still get hype again. Somebody still owns that catalog. You know what I'm saying? But not the
Right.
dead man.
Hey,
Like,
yo,
not the dead
family.
man's family.
Hello.
Yo,
I don't know
yo.
why I'm
Hey, yo.
Golden
So, yeah.
Gospel. I'm gonna have to go, you guys, because I don't know why my device is not charging. But I'll talk to you guys soon.
Big up
Thank
yourself,
you for
Auntie
letting
Black.
me up here, Schiffer and Natty. We gonna talk
Yeah,
soon, okay?
bless you. Bless
Okay, y'all
you.
have a good one.
Peace.
See you soon. Nice having you here as well. Bless up.
Hey, yo,
So
family. Yo.
you that gold gossip, what's popping, brother? What are you saying?
Yeah, man. Not much, brother. Not much. You know, I was just checking through my YouTube and I saw this pop up as recommended, and I was like, all right, yes, jokes and banter. I don't see you guys much on, so I thought, you know what, let me just hop on, say hello to Schiff and you know people who are anybody that's come up on the panel, you know.
Yeah,
But
come
yeah,
on,
big
God,
up
man.
yourself,
Long
Schiff.
time, my G.
Oh yeah, big up Nat. Nat. Yeah, I see you up here as well. So I was like, look, it's a good time to jump up and them things there because I always hear Nat having good conversations. And you can actually talk, you know what I mean, and actually communicate, and you know what I mean. I can listen to my man speak and usually come out with some good stuff. I don't know who the brother is here on the bottom right with the red ball or the planet, the red planet. But yeah, big up yourself, bro.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. It's just,
Yeah.
big up yourself.
Well, I don't, whatever the topic was,
Yeah.
man. Just
Bless, man. Bless.
blessment, brother. Yeah. Just let me know, man. I
Well,
had a
go.
couple things I wanted to say, yeah, and get off my chest, to be honest with you. But I've been thinking about it for the last couple of weeks. Oh, I wanted to ask you a question, my bro. Just quickly, and this is for the panel, actually. Yeah.
Mm.
What do you think? Yeah. Honestly, look, listen to this, lads. Yeah. Someone tries to, like, basically use or say that a person who acts out aggressively and it's almost like a bull in a china shop, yeah.
Mm.
They're trying to say that that's not an alpha male type of behavior. The type of an alpha male, someone who is a smart person, must see that, oh, I might just end up in jail if I react that way, so don't let me do that. And it's almost like a passive. So are we going to liken passiveness with an alpha behavior type person? Because me, I don't. Every characteristic of an alpha male is war, aggressiveness, and it'll be at any stage. So an alpha male will run in and sacrifice himself for a female to get to be the number one man to dominate that female. You know what I mean? So
that's
now
right.
what we've got in the community is people trying to change the narrative, and it's a bit crazy, and it's all based on because they're not making any moves, right? Like Uncle Sam is beating you up with the truncheon, and you're not reacting, and then you're trying to say that's some sort of alpha male type of attitude. I can't see it, brother. But just like correct me if I'm wrong, innit? You know what I mean? Because I see the people who are passive and don't say nothing and sort of get along to go along. They're the beta males, the ones that are going to jail, dying, get shot, kill off. You know what I mean? Defending themselves, busting up Jakes. They're the alpha males. So don't get this confused. Don't ever get it confused. Like nobody out here has got is more intelligent enough to try and convince the brothers that actually will stand up and fight that they're the ones that are fucking bitches or they're beta males or whatever. Because I've been seeing this. They're trying they're trying it. They're really, really trying their hardest to validate themselves and sort of verify themselves as a male.
What was the angle you was coming at? What was the angle you was approaching? Is it like a what's the narrative?
So the point is basically I wanted to identify what is an alpha male. Is an alpha male a person who will fight at any given stage, lose his life, right, in defense of his own, and he's got or is it a person who's passive and will sort
so
of...
was this person who brought it to, you said, just correct me if I'm wrong, is it someone who brought this to your attention or something?
No, I just feel like it's a narrative that I'm starting to see being sort of spoken about. Yeah, in general, yeah. And that's...
But look, yeah, for me to be an alpha male, right, like out of all of you lot, yeah, I want to be number one. Yeah, that's the point. And you lot will feel lesser than me. Like I am the alpha, and you know what? You might as well say I am the omega. So if you're gonna have that in your mind, you know what I mean?
Hold on, where did Amiga come into this?
Yeah, like you.
What the blood clot, my man? I can't.
Not even in
I don't want to talk to my you know, like, hey yo,
take time.
Who do you want to talk to? You want to talk to the guy? Who say what? People be dead.
That was funny though.
Oh, for real, I'm
the alpha and the omega.
Who am I talking to? Alpha. Only alpha you is alphabet. Alphabet, man. You can't talk to I and I about
the first alpha. And the last.
What for real, Who am I talking to?
Talk on
Chat
the bomb
about.
clock, dude.
The blood
Good
fire.
rotted.
Now he
Bomb
didn't even get
clock.
halfway through the sentence, boy, and he's got turned up, boy. Fucking
Nah,
hell.
that was funny though.
Wow.
I'm sorry, we couldn't get to stop
That
it.
nearly got fire, Dread. Like, bro,
Hey,
blood.
Kingo, you
Man,
having that,
put the
bro?
fire, boy.
The man said
That's
Man,
the
have
it.
a blood
alpha
That's
and
how
the
I see the
omega. I
alpha,
said,
yeah.
yo, brother.
I'm like, who the hell is this Kendrick Lamar motherfucking guy? Like, I don't know. Where you going, bro? This ain't control, bro. This ain't control. Get it?
Hey,
Say
that
control.
was funny.
I get it. I get it.
Wait,
Yeah,
Amiga though.
yeah.
Hey, can we define what Amiga is? Alright, no, I mean this is getting really deep, man.
The beginning and the end. End of, you know what I'm
Amiga, there
saying?
is
I'm
no
the
end.
end
There
of.
is no.
I thought the
There is
Amiga
no
was
end.
one that
But
was
right,
more of a break.
I'm gonna try and bring it back because I thought that was interesting what you were speaking on.
Go
Yeah.
on, yeah.
But,
Refresh the room.
I think that's why I tried to ask if it was something that was brought to your attention by, I don't know, individual or several individuals or anyone. I don't know, but you're something that you recognize, right? Here's the
Do you know
thing.
what, bro? I kind of don't want to. Do you know what? Sorry, just to cut you. Not to cut your wisdom, fam. I didn't really. I don't really want to bring the whole politician thing in. There's people I don't want to mention in the space, but they're speaking about it. You know, and this is one brother. Yeah, I actually kind of half respect him. I'm not trying to talk dirt on him. I just don't. I don't agree with your narrative, bro. And there's Sarah Garvey. Sarah Garvey speaking his last address to the public, if you want to call it that. He mentioned about alpha males, and I kind of want you to review it now, brother, because I feel like with that platform, it's a neutral platform in it, and they're willing to put their opinion out and have it judged, and I don't think they mind that. But I kind of don't. I don't really believe in the narrative, bro. I don't really see, and
So you don't see
I
like
just
passive is really the thing to go because a man's getting his head bust and because they're just choosing to be passive, placid, and
yeah, I don't
cool.
think that it will ever exude alpha maleism. That's what I'm saying. Innit? You getting your head bust and taking it because you don't want to rock the boat whilst your head's getting bust. You know what I mean? Even animals fight back. So this is what I'm saying, that that's a scared. That's an apprehended entered being in it. Like you're not displaying any type of courage. So that
Yeah, but doesn't
reflect
someone have
alpha
to
maleism.
challenge you? Yeah, but to be an alpha male, someone needs to like challenge. Like there has to be some kind of like look, you even mentioned it. You see it with the lion Pride. Yeah, he'll have his bitches, then he'll have his little young cubs that are watching, and soon they're gonna have to piss off, yeah, because he ain't gonna want them about. So he's showing them, yeah, that I'm the alpha male, I'm the leader. Like wherever I say go, when he comes running and he wants to eat the food, they just disperse and say, yeah, let him eat, or he eats first. So you can see a leader there. You can see that without even having to use violence, just a strength, a show of strength. And you can also have that with IQ. That's what I was about to say as well, Bridget.
Well, but it's been a while though. But you see, it's cool, bruv. It's cool that there's channels here and that whatnot.
Like you could have Mike Tyson and you could have Elon Musk, yeah, and he could say, well, listen, you will beat me in a fight, yeah, but our fight will only be what 10 mil each, or I'll get 5, you get 10, yeah, but I'll beat you financially and I'll have $1 billion with my IQ. So who's the alpha male? Because then I'll be able to get whatever I want. In fact, I'll buy your house tomorrow.
So look, so for example, yeah, let me give you an example. I'll give you an example. This is going to be a real heart gut-wrenching example. And it's going to be controversial, family, yeah? Especially for my African family out there, my black family, yeah? If there are people on the boats, we're getting dashed in, we're not on a slave trip over, when they brought all the slaves over. The man that was seeing the women getting mashed down and whatnot and raped, if they came off, the ones that were fighting and getting beaten up and kill off with axes and whatnot, and they had their hands locked up in chains, them ones to me exuded alpha maleism. That was the fighting, knowing that your females has got mash up, you went and fought and got killed off, and that's an alpha male to me, innit? The one that
Yeah.
was quiet and oh yes sir,
Take-
let's master. Oh, do you know what? You cool, man. Don't worry about that. And oh please don't. That's not an alpha male, innit? So we can never get this
Yeah, but there's
confused
only
about
one.
the one that rushed
There's
in
only
and got his
there's only
life taken.
1.
1 second, gone.
There's only
The one.
the first person, the first male to help the sister or help the brother, yeah, stop from getting beat. That would be, I would say, that's the first alpha male, because he's showing out of everybody
Yeah.
the courage. He's got something that, you know, no one's seeing right now. Then anybody who jumps on, you know, it's inedible to say, oh yeah, we just thought of doing that ourselves, but they're following the leader. No?
Yeah, no, I hear you, Natty. But you know what the thing is, Natty? I like your explanation. You actually bringing more context to it. But the basic thing out of it is you can't ever say that someone who rushes in like a bull in a china shop, you know, all aggressive and things. That's like you can't ever say that that brother is not acting like an alpha.
All that, Marto Kamba.
What is it?
We pathetic fools, I've come for your souls.
I don't think so.
I don't know what the hell that's all about.
Wait, that just sounded like Nature Boy, innit? You know, you will
Man, that show Khan.
I have
Only because
come.
I man said he's the Alpha and Omega. I said, hold up. Man thinks he's Shao Kahn out here. Don't make me.
Listen, I think it's a bit of both. I think what it is. I think maybe if it's something that you just looked at and saw, and you thought like, oh, those ones just causing riots out there, or just, you know, in and out of prison, they're the ones who are alpha. I think the narrative is kind of there's no balance in what you're saying. Not you, but just in how it's looked at and how it's perceived. Do you know what I mean? Because you're right on both end of the spectrum. End of the day, it's one of them ones where there's no balance in that statement. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in what you're mentioning, like, let's just say there was a third person, right? And or the second person, someone who's pulled that to your attention. They would be right, and they will also be wrong at the same time, because, you know, it's kind of like it's the environment, it's the it's the way of life. You can take an insect to an animal to human being, and they follow similar you know, like patterns in a circle of life, I guess. By the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's how it's done. So if someone's placid, calm and collected, that to me is more of the dangerous person, in my opinion. But to just sit there and get your head bust and do nothing, nah. That's something I don't understand in this world we live in. Do you get what I mean? So on the flip side of the coin, it's like,
Definitely.
you know, that person is ready to die for whatever. Like, there's like, you gotta eliminate stupidity. Do you get what I mean? Like humility and stupidity, like they said, they're not the same thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Someone correct me. But at the end of the day, it's like someone will look at someone who goes all out and say, yeah, man, that's the guy, or that's the woman, whoever, yeah. And someone else would look different and say, well, you're just a waste because you never calculated your faults. You know what I mean? If you're put in a position, if you go back to the slave ship, the first slave ships that you know, that the first slaves put on the first slave ship, you know, I would love to have seen what that was about. And someone else will probably be like, you're nuts. That's mad. That's stupid. Or laugh about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you want to see what it's about? Yeah. That's the true meaning of do or die. Ride or die, like, to the end. Do you get what I'm saying? And you can see where your heart's at. Someone had to have been the bait. Someone had to be the alpha. Simple.
But can I just say something to you though? Yeah, there is submission though. That's what I'm trying to say. An alpha
Oh
male
yeah.
there is clear submission. Now, there could be, let's say you're having a fight, yeah, in a pub. You knock out one guy, next guy steps up because yeah, I'm the next hardest guy, and you knock him out, right? And then like you come up to that last guy, yeah, and you keep on whacking him and 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 whacking him, yeah, and he ain't going down, right? In the end, you know, you may be shown to everybody else that used the alpha male, but this guy is coming along, and so what do you call that?
Yeah, but that doesn't make you the alpha male though. Like, I
You're
think
gonna have to run
sometimes,
that back because I didn't. That you
no, do
just
you
sound
know
like you
what?
just said.
One
Correct me.
second.
You said that basically this person was just whacking someone and then they went and whacked someone else and just kept whacking them. Is that what you
Yeah.
said? Is that
No,
correct?
Yeah, so
hold
if
up,
you
hold
run,
up,
so
pause.
if the person doesn't submit to you or you don't submit to that person,
One
then
second,
does that
one
make him
second.
the alpha male?
No, pause for a
Nah.
second. I need you guys to pause for 1 second because what we're doing is we're making statements, but we need to actually substantiate or qualify our statements in it. Because what actually makes you the alpha? What does that, when you say alpha, what is that implying? What are the implications of being the alpha? What, you can just beat people up, so that makes you the alpha, yeah? Talk to me, because are we
I'm
wolves?
No,
saying if there's no one else to
Triple, it
challenge
sounds
you,
like you're
if no
trying
one else to
to
challenge you,
Talk
if
to
no
me.
one has the power to challenge you, then yes, you are.
Triple.
Yeah, but how do you?
What are you asking for us to round it
What
down
I'm
to one
asking
thing
is
that
this.
makes it
What I'm
what
asking
makes you
is
the
this.
alpha?
What I'm asking is this: do men only or human beings, men and women, only challenge each other on a level of physical violence, or are there other levels that we can challenge each other on? And
No, the
if
person who
so,
brought this to the attention, right? They
God,
actually mention other avenues other than just physical violence. They did say that. I don't know who the
right,
person was, but they did
right.
mention that, right?
But
And
let's just bring it back there then. Let's bring it back there where there are other aspects to being an alpha, yeah, other than just physical violence. What are the other aspects? Can you break them down?
well, to be fair, it's kind of like you have to. I think to round it down to one thing is absurd. I'd rather just get back to what that person was saying, because in regards to like that what you meant, who was it? Was it Nat? You just mentioned about someone just not being submissive, like where they just keep getting whacked up, but they're not
Yeah, that's
giving up.
me. That was me, family.
That
That was me, family.
person is kind of like, it's that person. To be honest, there will be people, let's say there's a crowd, that person, there will be people that will recognize the person getting whacked up as the alpha, hands down,
Now that
on both
I'd
sides. Because
recognize
then,
him as the challenger. I'd recognize him as the challenger, but like he's chucking, like it's a draw, in it, like because there has to be one winner to be the alpha, to be the domineering, alpha male.
But that's life. You win some, you lose some. It doesn't mean that you're okay. Who mentioned about the lion? They're a perfect example. Because the thing is, if anyone knows about the lions, right? They're the cats that will fight to the end. Like they will die. You get what I mean? They will die. They like tigers are known to be more physically stronger and more flexible, right? And more bigger than the lions. A lot of times the tiger loses against the lion. Why? Because the lion is prepared to die for what it stands for. Simple. That's why hence they call it the lion pride. They have a pride because that's their pride. They will kill you. Like they will go to the end. There's no other ways. It doesn't matter if it's a gorilla or nothing. You can rip it apart, but it will go to the death. And
Could it also be a factor
value
that lions usually there's usually more than one of them, and tigers are usually solitary, kind of, roam on their own, kind of.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
I'll only pick the narrative because you can now take a lion that's on his own. It happens in the wilderness. It gets their pride turns against them, or do you know what I mean? Or it just happens. Cannibalism, it happens. Yeah, and that lion will still fight to the end. and there's a point where it will lose. Does it mean it's not a lion? Does it mean it's not an alpha? It's just not the alpha in that particular space, in that area. That's why they piss up all
When he
over the
died
place.
at Alpha Male, he would have died an Alpha Male. He would
Yeah,
have
but
died
this
an
is where
Alpha
we're
Male.
getting
Yeah.
confused. He wouldn't
No,
have
it's not
though.
confusing.
No,
It's not
no, it
confusing.
is
It's a
confusing.
mindset.
No, it's
No,
not.
one second. Slow down. I'm gonna tell you why it's confusing. Because you see, like what my understanding of the word alpha is the meaning leader. Yeah. Now, if we're talking about a leader doesn't mean you're the best fighter, cause yeah.
Say that
You know,
again.
a leader doesn't necessarily mean you're the best fighter. Yeah.
No, we're not.
It
That's what I said
probably
earlier on. Yeah.
9 times out of 10 just means you have the best functioning brain. Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
if you have the best functioning brain, that's why they made you the captain of the ship, and you're directing everyone else as to what to do.
All right. So
You know.
yeah.
And then the ones with a higher level of capacity to use their brain than the captain, they're admirals. You know, they run whole fleets of ships. Do you know where I'm
So
coming from?
what's your
So
point?
that's my whole point. Like, if we're talking about alpha, we're talking about your brain
No, but you're
capacity.
changing the narrative.
It's
Because
not.
look,
It's not
no,
because
you are.
remember.
Because what you're doing.
No. 1 second.
No,
1 second.
no,
I'll
no,
tell you
no.
why it's
Hold
not.
on. Because I listen to you, and this is what you have to understand. You choose
on.
that. You pick the narrative, and the thing is, what you've explained
Go on.
is a pattern of. It's like it's from a game, bruv. Like you're talking about captain and the generals and this and that
And
and
leadership.
the
That's right.
yeah, bro. It
Leadership.
doesn't. No,
Leadership
listen.
roles.
Everyone knows the pride ain't a pride without the. It's not the light. The alpha doesn't make the pride, bro. Everyone plays their position.
Yeah, but
And
that's
this is
just
what
like
my man mentioned in the beginning.
anything.
That's where, hold on. What my man mentioned in the beginning was something that was a mix of everything. So it kind of sparked the combo. But at the end of the day, it's depending on how you're looking at it. With whether it's a pride, whether it's a pack of wolves or whatever, they all play their position. You know, like wolves, there'll be one at the front, one at the back, one in the center, and they know in sequence how they are and why they're there.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm
whether
saying?
you're
So
like
the
Lewis
alpha,
Hamilton, whether you're like Lewis Hamilton, and you're the
yeah,
alpha male in pole position, because there's other alpha male trying to, there's a second alpha male always trying to compete with you.
yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's the same with the birds. If you watch how they move in that triangle shape, whatever you call it, I don't know if that's the correct one, but like the arrow, they everything they're so in tune with nature. But with humanity, we've taken a bit of a lot of things, and with the world we live in, it's a game. This is what people. I mentioned this before on one Shipper show on Shipper show time ago, and I said like people when you mention game to someone, the first thing that comes into their mind is like football, Arsenal versus Man United, or computer games or something. They don't look at game as like a game of life. They don't really see it as a real thing. They don't study chess. They don't do this and that. Then they'll understand that rascal, this shit is actually real. Do you know what I mean? It's people meddling with so many different entities, so many different things, and it's just cool. It's just all confusion.
And how about being born? How about being born knowing that there's somebody in control of you already, like knowing that you've got parents in control of you, then you've got teachers who have to tell you what to do. Then they're preparing you for potentially
but then you're making
employees
me
to tell
right
you what
though.
to do. So,
but then you're making me
bro,
right though, bro.
No, I never said you were wrong.
No, because leadership.
No
is
one
about
told you.
direction.
I don't recall anyone said you were wrong though.
I never said you said that I was wrong. I'm just saying what Natty said.
I don't think
would make
anyone
me
said you
right.
were wrong.
What I'm just saying, what Natty said would make me right, because leadership's about direction, and it's about where you're heading in comparison to where someone's directing you, and whoever's doing the directing is actually the alpha.
You see that now, and that's what's fucking up everything. One of my friend. Thank God that you can just speak freely on this. But do you know what I mean? But that's what's fucking up everything. Because if you listen to what you're saying, that is part of the problem. Because what you're already doing is undermining everyone else. It's like 50 Cent, right? You got G Unit. 50 Cent wouldn't be 50 Cent without G Unit. I don't give a fuck what 50 Cent say. Oh, you didn't break bread with me.
without.
Bro, are you for real?
without maybe
Bruv, are you
ever
for real?
thinking through.
He just
Bruv,
thinks
are you
he's
for real?
using it.
Bruv, are you for real?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, but it
talking
was
all this pattern talk, what you're talking, right?
No,
And
but
I
remember,
get it,
50
because,
Cent was around before G Unit, though.
bruv,
Yeah.
hold on a minute. No, hold on a minute, though. For real. Are you for real? You're the one who
Yeah.
just said that what you're saying, the sequence and everything you mentioned, it's like your army. You got your first infantry, you got the groundsmen, you got this one, you got the comrades, generals, going right back to the commandos where we're and then
Yeah.
far back to the motherfuckers who don't even, they're not on the battlefield, but they're doing the coordination and everything. Bruv,
Mm.
do you think 50 came up on his own? Bullshit.
No, he didn't arrive on the scene on his own. He didn't
But
arrive
50
on the
Cent,
scene on his
50
own.
Cent,
But
he talks about it freely with Primo, Cream, this and that. He talks about it freely.
yeah, what's his name?
Hamo
Smurf
shot me,
and
then
them
3
man,
weeks
yeah.
later, he got shot down. Like, I'm just saying, like, the guy came up from a structure from the game. I'm not taking away that 50 Cent wasn't a built person. He's a machine. He's one of my favorites. Point blank.
Yeah,
I don't care. If you put him in Millennium, if he's not, you get what I'm saying? If he's not the number one for me, in hip hop as like a iconic for the millennium, I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? Like his structure he's a machine, bruv. He was the reason he made everyone want to go gym and go pump weights and shit. Like, gee, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a one, bruv. I come up from old school, so I know about. I'm not even gonna dry snitch or nothing like that. I'm just gonna say, like, let me put it in the best way possible. Do you see now? I'm probably too old to probably see it that way. It's more to something that meets the eye. But I come up from a generation where you got bad man. You had a lot of Debos on the road, bro.
Yeah.
On their own, bro. They're doing, they get messy. They're wild, one up. You know when they come around, like, oh shit. Killers around or something like that. Like literally, there was a lot of that. Now it's like packs, like these little hyenas, like everybody shot. You know, like they crumble. They weren't built off of organized crime nowadays. Hands down, I don't give a shit.
You see, as a grown up though, yeah.
Yeah.
In comparison to being a
oh,
kid,
sorry. Let me just land that one. Yeah, 50 Cent came up off the background of like organized crime. He was very business minded from a long time ago, bro. But he was schooled in it. He didn't just come up on his own. Bullshit.
No, 50
he wouldn't be
Cent,
nothing without
you see,
no, bro.
You see when you're saying this now, yeah. 50 Cent, yeah. Remember, he had beef with his own people, his own brethren. What's his name? Bangam Smurf and the man there. Come on, saying that, people ran up on 50. He didn't do nothing in retaliation. So these other youths, Bangam Smurf and the man, they were running up on man. And then when man's got flipping charges and trying to get bail, 50 ain't paying their bail and shit. So you got
but that's because Smurf didn't know the game.
No, I hear you, but let me just finish my point. Everyone got their own little story in it. But you see, growing up, these guys look like they.
No, I didn't mean to cut you, bro. But you kind of tried to pick the narrative and said that's how it is. That's bullshit. Smurf said it out of his own mouth. Smurf said it out of his own mouth, and that exposed himself that he didn't understand the game. He didn't understand the road, fam. That's bullshit.
I don't know about
hands down. You go on YouTube and listen to him. Yeah,
all I know is that these men had a madness in it. They had something going on in it. Yeah, that's all I know. I ain't involved in their little gay situations, but you see, as I've grown up, cousin, I look at these hip hop man, especially, yeah, and the whole persona, this whole hard man image. Like the more I look at it, but I just think hip hop is gay, cuz.
Okay. The thing is, what you're doing, you're taking away the point what I was making. He was an alpha, nevertheless, bro.
Oh no!
I just chose to use that and use 50 as a example of like, that person who will walk through and everyone go quiet. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone will chat shit as soon as he lands. It's like they be quiet. Oh, come on, man. The hip hop game is no different from you going to do a 9 to 5. It's in a corporate development.
Sometimes I feel like hip hop, like even when you look at the name like G Unit and them things there, it's almost like they're trying to tell you something without telling you, bro. It's like It's hiding in plain sight. Because what is the G for? I'm sorry, man. I'm not interested anymore.
Okay,
I
so
don't know.
you're swerving,
I
man.
don't know.
You're swaying. You're
I
swaying.
don't know.
You're derailing, man. You're derailing. The point what we're trying
Yeah,
to
but
make, like, end of the
bro,
day,
how are you the alpha, bro? Listen, not being funny, yeah. How are you the alpha and you got shot 5 times? Cause move.
No,
Move. What are
no,
you doing?
but that's the
bro,
thing,
that's
bro.
rubbish.
No, I don't
Bro,
believe
Move.
that's
that. You can't
rubbish,
say that.
man.
You
Move.
can't
That
say that, man. That's
is the most.
unfair.
That
That's
is the most.
unfair. That's unfair.
Bro, that is the most cowardly thing I've ever heard for a long time.
What?
You shocked me, bro. You actually shocked me tonight. I ain't gonna lie. That is the most cowardly.
What?
You know what you know when you
Hey,
said that. You know what that sound like to me. You're that one who will be in the
imagine.
background just hiding and not won't do nothing. I'm not saying that's what you are. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like.
Wait,
You know what I
man,
mean?
the
Like
ride or die
you can
for 50
picture
Cent, yeah?
you can
Man, the ride
picture
or
a
die for
film
50
like
Cent.
300, bruv. Like them man there. It's a film. It's entertainment.
That
Nevertheless,
film's
so
gay
don't take
too,
it
man.
serious,
That film's gay
right?
too, man.
But what it is, they were the statement, the principle, the moral of the story is they were
Bro,
ready to die for what they believe in. So them
I don't
300 are
know.
verse, bruv, man, like that's just crazy, bruv. That's the whole reason why if you look at black people, right? If you take black people and look at them, like they are alphas, they are dominant people, yeah. But in society, they look down upon.
I disagree, man. I think the dominant ones in our you see, out of our community, the dominant black people, the real dominant ones, they hold us back. They don't let them through the door. What they
There
do
ain't no
is
dominant black person, bro.
there is some
Yo,
dominant
very,
ones,
oh
bro.
yes,
They ain't letting them
very
through,
important. Hey, bro. Dominancy, is that out? Is that the core? Does that represent alpha talk, alpha
Yeah,
male?
of
Because
course. Because represents
dominancy
control.
is the one, I'd say, the main core, fundamental, fucking represent, like, you know, the thing that defines
Absolutely,
it. Yeah,
absolutely.
and if
that
you ain't got
represents
dominance, it's
control.
gonna be hard for you to call yourself an alpha male. You know, like.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying
Who
to
you
put
leading
black people down,
without
and maybe
dominance?
in a nice way, but I'm trying to say it in a way that, come on, man. If they made up the game, if like let's just take white people then, and they're like, yeah, black men have got big dicks and this and that, and they win more in sports and everything else. Yeah, cool. How, if that's the case, then how did that come that they are in power over the black man? Why is it that black people, and on a whole level, are on the bottom of the food chain? We're like insects, bro, to the circle of life. Yeah, because end of the day, what that show, this is it. This is what my man mentioned at the beginning, and correct me if I'm wrong. And that's why I said it's a balance is what's missing. Yeah, it was like basically the person who just rah, I'm a Dunsey dragon kind of thing. Yeah, they're the ones who like, yeah, they're alpha. They get the girls and this and that, and or I'm a boss bitch and this and that. You got the bottom dollar bitch and all that. Yeah, what's missing is balance, and what's missing is unity, because we don't have that. I say we, yeah, because we're clouded by ego. People don't know how to separate ego and confidence. They think they're the same thing. That's what black man has a lot of. They have a
That's
lot of
why
ego.
I can't take these rappers seriously, bro. Like this hip hop thing. That's why I pointed it out, bro. Because
I know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just
a lot of this stuff is some gay antics, bro. I'm sorry. Like when you listen to some of these rappers, it's like just even the things they're saying, bro. They say a lot of gay stuff just in their lyrics, let alone their behavior being fruity. And man putting on earrings that in the wrong ear, nose rings, and just doing freaky stuff in general, just doing some weird stuff that I just think, like, come on, man, like, when are we gonna wake up and just realize?
No, I think you're right, because I think you're right, because
let me say something quickly, yeah. Where did the diamonds come from? Where did diamonds come from?
Who?
Diamonds.
Oh no, they're a girl's best friend, though, isn't they?
Where did diamonds come from?
Yeah, from the ground, from clock, like really compressed
Like
parts
Africa,
of the planet.
right? Diamonds come from Africa, yeah. The rappers,
well, underneath the ground, yeah.
Listen to this, yeah. The rappers pay stupid amount of money, yeah, for the diamonds, yeah. And then guess what? Regular people like us are like, yeah, I want to be like them, man. I'm gonna get all that drip. Blood diamonds. Simple, innit, bro?
No,
does that make sense to you?
No, absolutely. No, that makes perfect sense. Here's the thing, though, Schiffer. I'm not gonna lie. As I said, I personally never said you were wrong. I'm just saying, like, to this rap, like, I'm not. When I mentioned 50 Cent, you weren't to pick on hip hop. I guess you were. Do you know what I mean? But you just remember they're part of the game. Hip hop is owned. It's owned by the white man. They took it to billions, bro. Do you think the white man was going to invest? How long is a track? 3, 4, 5 minutes, 6. They studied it and said, who can
but if you heard what Ari
that
said,
can dominate a area. They know how to. That's what I mentioned on this
but if you heard
panel
what Ari,
about
if you heard
AlphaGo
what
before.
Ari said, in the 2000s, people started having YouTube where you could have people like Nasty Crew, you can have people like Roll Deep, you can have people that could turn up to shows, just one simple little manager, yeah, and still get famous because the media cannot deny the hype. Yeah, you could not deny the hype when you had So Solid and Garage back in them days. Yeah, that's because
could
we
not deny
generated
the
the hype. What
I
I'm
don't
trying to
know.
say
Maybe
is,
I don't know what. Yeah,
what
go
I'm
on.
trying to say is, you know, like you see, like drill, yeah, there's a hype about it, yeah, so it gets media attention, yeah,
Yeah.
but it never. So no one come up there like this was created by normal people like us, like Wiley created grime and certain man created jump. You know what I'm trying to say? Like we're creating our own thing, yeah, to the point where we could go on YouTube, have your own fit. Look, I got a brethren, yeah, Rue J Music. He does beats. Like he's mad made it. And you know what? He didn't need to go to a producer and beg and, oh, can you do this? He relied on normal people like us, bro. And then YouTube are like, yeah, let's pay these man.
Hey,
Because you know what?
Natty,
Yeah.
Natty, I reckon. Do you know what? Even the police now are copying black people with the work they do, what they say, what sort of streams of avenue that are going down. The police are all over that.
Yeah.
Don't you think half of them police are saying brother and get me and all them things there? Trust me, bro.
And they know, yeah.
No matter
and
how
man
racist
like
you
Fredo,
are,
man like Fredo's got someone's told Fredo, yeah, don't buy houses, yeah. Buy about £1 million worth of gold or buy like all this, because you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get robbed because we're gonna set it up. And then you're gonna start a gang warfare, and then we're just gonna sit back and watch it and arrest you all and then take all the goods.
That's conspiracy, man. No, that's
let me
conspiracy.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you, man, one question. Do you honestly believe that rappers sell their hoes for money?
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Do you know what? Yeah, if you want to take a deep dive, no pun intended, and try and break that down. You're gonna be sitting there trying to block images out.
Selling their hoes, not even their souls.
50 Cent doing some fuckies. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to sort of meditate and block that out of my whole being and stuff. You know what I mean? But I think certain things have to be spoken about. I feel like I can understand how you can try and marry the LGBT movement and gay rappers with what we originally thought was just like a sort of rebellious, revolutionary type of, you know what I mean, like rapping music.
I want like Africa Bambaataa and all that, yeah.
I'll tell you why.
Bruv, I saw it as Tupac.
Drake.
Tupac to me.
You could be like Drake, have no talent, just look good, maybe have a nice voice, and get somebody to write.
Let's just take it back to that.
And have a bagger man, yeah, that's supporting you, so that you're.
Yeah, but look at what Africa Bambaataa did, though, cause look at what.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing. But look at 50 Cent, though. Apparently, Tupac was gay. I don't believe it. But I wouldn't. Like if they just say, okay, if Tupac there was a hidden video, Tupac saying, yeah, I'm gay, I would believe it.
Yeah, and
but the way they put
yeah, and you know why?
Because when you look at him, he's very
the black folks will turn on him. That's why they'll say it.
Yeah, no, but what? Let me just make my point quickly, brother. I was
And
going to say,
if we're not buying this music,
Oh,
then
Yeah, I
let me
want to
hear
hear
his
his
point.
point
Oh, hear his
yeah,
point. Yeah,
because
go
I
on,
don't
go
see the point of the man them
on.
talking about it. So I
yeah,
want to see. I
yeah.
want to hear the point.
I think
Yeah.
with 50 Cent, yeah, with
Now,
them,
what was you saying about
with
Tupac?
Tupac. Yes, I'm just trying to like kind of recalculate where I was going.
Yeah, if he came
With
out with
Tupac,
a thing and said he was gay, then you said,
yeah.
yeah,
So
I'd believe it.
if he came out with things and he said he's gay, I would believe it. But like what the impression that we got that was alpha males coming out of the rebellious activist type of mentality, and that's what, and you know what, it's almost like it's hard to believe. I still don't believe that Tupac was gay, but the people who were saying it are black brothers from the community that I know that's well studied in it. Like they're well, like you've got to
Sorry,
respect them.
you kind of lost me, my man. The thing
So
is,
the
here's the
point
thing.
I'm making. The
Yeah,
point that I'm making is that a couple of brothers in the community have said that they point out a couple of
yeah, but who are they?
like. So okay, I'm going to say this now. Okay, so Nuwapi and Sniper, my brother Maku, nothing but respect for the brother, but he did mention that Tupac's gay.
Yeah, but
Tupac
who
was
is he?
gay. Maku, he's one of like an intellectual brother in the community that speaks about various different topics, and we go over them in like a place called
Yeah.
Speakers
Oh,
Corner.
so he personally knew Tupac, and he broke bread with him. You know, we ate with him. Like this is what I'm saying. Like,
No,
we
shouldn't.
can go around
No,
in circle and speculate. Yeah.
yeah.
I think let's move it. Let's move it up a notch then. Yeah. Like, did these rappers sell their whole for dough? Yeah. Let's move it up to like these rappers sell their soul for dough.
Yeah, but
That kind of
the point I make.
hold on 1 second. Yeah, go on.
But just quickly, but can man be representing himself the way he is, but still be gay? See, we were fed that a gay person was a white hat. That you did a lot of hand movements and and spoke very, very feminine. But I reckon a deep side of gay faggotism is that actually the real side of it is actually a lot of these gays are actually normal, and it's been painted to us like they're represented in this way. But actually, maybe Pac was there's a lot of gay people like Pac, and we kind of putting them into a box like they should be walking around with high heels on and them things there. But I think it's a very thin line between how
well, I think we're moving away from it. I still think we're like a tidal wave with this combo.
Right.
It's kind of moving away from it, though, isn't it? Yeah, because remember we were talking about the alpha and the domination and all this and that. At the end of the day, we're picking on subjects that it's a lack of information, so we can easily fall as conspiracies. What amazes me and what it sounds like to me, yeah, don't take no offense, please. I don't mean no harm, but when I hear people talk like that, it's like it's amazing to me. It's almost like people want them to be Romans. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you want them to be gay. You want them to be like blood drinking, vampire. It's weird. It's like people wish upon someone's downfall, or maybe because they ain't doing it, that this and that. I'm not trying to home on that. I'm trying to look on more on the bigger, like the grand scheme of things, like the bigger picture here.
Yeah,
you know,
you can
like because remember hip hop.
What you can
because hip hop
with your own eyes, isn't it?
Yeah, because and I know people say, yeah, but you don't know. Yeah, fuck that. Like, I don't know. Piss off, man. Let's look on the real situations. Like, no matter where you go, where you do anything in this world we live in, I think that's probably could be a starting point of recognizing, visualizing that you live in a world.
So you think that the cancel culture is unfair? Cancel culture is unfair, isn't it? Because certain people will hear that Pac's gay and just hear it and just X him like that, innit? So
yeah, so it's almost like they want him to be gay, and it's like, it's like imagine you, or Shifa, and someone's putting something out there and said, and you know that ain't true, but because you're a stand-up guy, you don't even really care. You probably be like, you know what, it makes me more recognized or whatnot. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? You probably won't faze you, but just the irony, just the fact that people wish upon your downfall. Pause it right there. That's my point. Is people's mindset.
would it upset you if you found out that your favorite rapper was gay? Like, say, like if you found out T.I.
No,
was gay.
no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. No, no.
not really. But
No, because you see, you're missing a picture here, fam. Like, I don't break bread with none of these people. They ain't. I'm not committed to these people. Like, so they've not done me wrong. Like, you go Jamaica or somewhere, they'd be like, yeah, you know, this one are gay. How you gonna speak in righteous shit? And then you're this and that. Like, brethren,
No, but
I
what
tell
if
you
you were
straight,
singing their record every day? You were singing their song, playing it in your car every
bro,
day.
man,
Would you be
bruv,
upset a
man.
little bit?
You're gonna make you're taking it away. Like, what if we look at things like okay, like, do you know what? Yeah, if someone's doing something and we found out that they're harming other people, like they're going out their way deliberately to harm someone. Now that's just
That's
not on.
different.
Now I feel let down as a person. It's not
Yeah.
because I looked up to you. I don't look up to no one.
All right, I got a better question. What if you found out Sizzler was gay? Would you be disappointed?
You just asked the same question in a different way. It's weird. Listen, the thing is, you're moving from the point. Like my man mentioned about the alpha shit, and this is shit we have to understand.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's a serious topic, bro. Man, it needs to be addressed.
You
bruv,
gotta
because
understand, fam, because you
people
know
trying
what?
to
It's a
take the
serious thing
narrative out.
because I don't know if any of you got daughters. I don't know if you lot got daughters. I don't know if you got sons and all sorts. You've got kids, basically. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like, fam, they're gonna be joining in the pattern, the wave, the what's already been set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I homed in on, you know, like unity was for purpose. That's number one. That's key. We don't have that. From when someone's got ego, I don't know, because they're birthright, they might be stronger than the next person. So Shifa, you might be someone who's intellectually advanced than the next person. Someone might be physically advanced than you are. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, why would I now say you're less of a person because that person's a bigger person? That's some weird shit. But that's the society we live in. That's just the world we live in. The
Yeah,
given
but I think
reason.
thing is, I think that people, you know, in a different environment to what we live in today could be quite primitive, but we're not primitive. So we live in a very advanced world. So your physical attributes in this world ain't going to be enough to call yourself
but
out.
to find
That's what
out
I'm
that it's not going to trouble my soul, to find out that next man's gay, because I don't do that, and it doesn't scare me because it's not around me.
What?
You get
No,
what
but
I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Yeah?
no, but
Big.
not, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
But
say
to
if it's
find
someone
out,
like Sizzler
big,
though,
that
yeah.
I've been brocking
If
up with
it's
the
someone
guy,
like Sizzler,
imagine this though. Imagine this though, to find out that I've been
yeah.
brocking up with the guy, and he's like a rapist or something, then it is going to trouble me because that's danger, bro.
no, but
Yes,
not,
Yeah, and
I
imagine you
agree.
find out.
secondly,
No,
I
hold
stand
on,
on
when
that
you
hold
see
on.
one.
when it comes to my
You
son,
lot
when it
avoiding the
comes to my son,
question.
and people go,
Yeah, you
"Don't
are.
hurt him,
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
for the
yeah.
future."
You're kind of speaking
Don't.
past each other in a
What?
sense. You
Yeah,
know,
you're
I'm not
not.
gonna
What?
You're
lie,
not
man.
I'm
actually
just
Enjoy
gonna
it.
answering
end
the
it. I'm
question.
just gonna end it. I'm
Forget
just gonna
about
end it
finding out
quickly. Yeah.
someone was gay. I mean, someone very specific, like a
Right.
Buju. If you
It's not
found
gonna
out Buju was
It's not gonna
gay,
bother me, bro.
remember?
It's not gonna
No,
bother
but
me.
remember, hold on, remember,
It's
Buju
gonna
is a
hurt him
man
more than it's gonna
who
hurt
said,
me. What they're doing, what Sizzler or whatever they want to do is gonna hurt them more than it's gonna hurt me, bro. Just play your
what?
music, and
What?
whatever, But listen, on the terms of my son,
Mm.
it's not gonna hurt me because my son is gonna see me as a role model and see how I am gonna want my
Big,
life.
Hold
big,
on,
big,
hold
big.
on,
Yeah,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
my
Wait,
family
wait. But
tree's gonna be
what
strong.
if he chooses to move and break and make that signature move that one person that you thought wasn't gay is gay, and now everybody knows he's gay, and your son likes doing that signature move. So now he's moving
Yeah,
like a chichi man.
What?
yeah.
My son is
Right,
gay.
he's gonna get no, he's gonna get what he's either gonna get beaten up, you get his lunch money taken, or he's gonna get bullied.
No,
Bro.
no, you ain't.
No.
We live in. You're talking like you're talking in the 90s, bruv, man. You're living in a different time now, you know.
Right, maybe.
But
That's not gonna happen, bruv. That's not gonna happen.
First of all, I don't know what it's gonna do to you. I don't know if him being gay tomorrow is gonna make you drop down dead. I don't know what if you can't sleep at night or something like that, bro. Then you really have to look at your soul, and secondly,
That's
like
it.
I'm saying, right, I am so confident
Listen,
because
bro, if
how
you start
I
singing
brought up
R.
my
Kelly
son
tunes
and how
around
my
Badman, they're
family
gonna throw
are
you
and
out
how
the room,
we're
bro.
tight and
You,
how we're tight and how we stick to our and how we stick
I like
and how we
them
show
dear man are
and
gonna
how
be
we
saying
show in
pause,
the
bro.
house, you know,
You're
mum
gonna
and
get
dad.
muted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my son's on his way to wanting mum and dad, especially, you know,
No,
as
but
he's in technos now and stuff.
so who's that speaking? Is that Nat speaking now?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sorry to cut you, Nat. You know what, bro? I hear you about the R. Kelly thing, but that's not what that's not the same as gay, is it? Right? That's something different. My man's already covered that in
I said,
regards
bun R.
to
Kelly.
like
R. Kelly's hurting innocent
no, but
thing, bro. You could hurt my
yeah,
child, bro.
exactly.
What I'm
You've
trying to
already
say,
said that. You get me?
yeah, this thing you can't hurt me, bro. You shut your doors, bro. I don't know bro. I can't even imagine what goes on, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't
Hey,
make sense.
Natty,
I
bro,
don't know
trust
about
me,
it.
just stay away from the chichi
I don't
manism,
know.
bro. Trust me, because they'll
I
stab
don't know
man out,
about
bro.
it, bro.
If
Yeah,
you walk
that's what I'm
down
trying to
Trench
say.
Town,
That's what I'm
or
trying to say.
if you walk
People
down
bring it up,
near
yeah,
Trench
and talk
Town
about it. I know
Hold on
nothing
one
about
second,
this.
one second.
with
Was
a,
that
with
a
a mini
pun?
skirt on
Let's
and
get that.
everything,
Let's
yeah,
get some
you're
dialogue.
Hold
gonna
on,
Now.
get
one
beaten
second,
up.
one second. Hold on, did you hear what he said? Was that a pun? Did he say kitschy by nature? Do you remember them? Naughty by nature. With Trench and them man there. They said Trench Town. I said, hold on, I'll finish up that pun. Lab
Hey,
chitchy by
hey,
nature, man. Do you remember that? Do you remember that one's all in 360? Do you remember that?
What's that?
Nah, man.
That naughty by nature.
What about Naughty by
And
Nature? Who Trench?
they got that. Yeah, they got that song that goes hip hop is gay, so gay, so.
Nah, they ain't got that song, man. You're just freestyling. But look, seriously though, but I think what he made was a big point though, because at the end of the day, if someone's gay and they're doing what they're doing, that's their fucking business. That's what
I
they're
don't know
about.
what they
That
get
makes you
up
happy.
to.
That's cool. But
Yeah.
if they're doing something that's physically like a rapist or like abusing someone else, like children and things like that, nah, that's gonna upset a man. I think I can relate to what you're saying there, because that's now changed the whole narrative. Like, you do what you do in your. I don't listen. The thing is, I don't trust nobody, bro. Like, I don't live with you. No one knows if it's a person wanking and doing this or fingering that. But it's none of my business. It's like it's wisdom. It's like you growing up, yeah, and then you're thinking, oh, it's my son, or oh, it's my daughter sleeping with this person, and you're thinking what they're doing. That's weird. That's not your business. Oh, it is
Yeah,
because it's my
bro. I
child.
see it.
You're
Look, bro. I see it.
moving
Like, I've got a
weird.
Ferrari.
You ain't grown, man. They got
I've
their
got a
own life.
Ferrari. I've got a Ferrari, and you've got a push bike. That's up to you, bro. You want?
Innit?
I've got
Yeah,
my
but
thing,
the
bro.
point,
Yeah.
the point I was making is though, people would be disappointed, especially like imagine
Fuck
Sizzler came
people,
out
man.
tomorrow
That's pissing me
and
off now,
said
man.
that. No, but
All
hold
that
on one
dick
second.
licking shit, man. It
No,
is
one
though, man.
second. Hold on. You have to understand, yeah. You see, although you may not, and obviously I don't, you know, so most of us, you know, try not to worship these artists and, you know, these famous people like some kind of flipping deity. But some people really, really look up to them in a big way, and they
Yeah,
draw
more food for
inspiration
them.
from them. So,
Yeah, more
like,
food for them. They're pussies, innit? That's
imagine
shit.
you find that person who you looked up to, and you know you were drawing inspiration from, didn't even mean what they were saying. It was all a lie.
Oh well.
You know,
Oh
that's
well.
gonna be devastating
More
to some
food for
people.
them, bro. Why they looking up to people and following people? What? Do you get what I
When
mean? Like,
people
that's
make
what the people
mistakes, when
people
nobody's
won't go
perfect, bro.
church, or they won't go to the mosque, or they won't go this or look and soul search for them and worship them damn self, but they will go stand up in a concert and worship that person. Oh, praise it, like
The
male
thing
and
is,
female, bro. I'm telling you, and then turn around and say you're hating. That's weird, because you're
Can
trying
I
to
ask
show
a
them
question?
to step out of that, and understand that you're just making that person richer. Not even the artist, you know. I'm talking about the people that own the artist. I'm talking about the ones who
Yeah, but
own
we
the
know what that is,
company.
man. We know what that is. That's all that is. It's fanism. It's fanism. It's like, oh, we're the best out here. Like, even the fans get credibility off of worshiping these people. Like, okay, I'm a bit of something like you. I mean, this is what I want to define: deification and honoring someone, all right, and deifying someone. Can that be done? So we've got a lot of people saying, oh, like, I would like, so say for example, if there was someone that came to this world and stopped loads of people from starving, like there was a massive famine, and this one person was able to manifest something to be able to feed loads and loads and loads of people. Now, if that person was deified, or after they died, they were, you know, there was something made out of them, a statue, and you know there was proverbs made about them, and they were almost deified to an extent. I can handle that, but people that are deified are killers in the West, or fucking or big rappers, and now that's
Come
not
on.
worthy of worship. It's not. See, now, do you know the Muslims say worthy of worship? Worthy. You got to check the word out. Worthy. You
Yeah,
got
but,
to be
but that's the
worthy.
point I'm making, the Kingo. It's like,
I don't
imagine
feel what the
they
Muslims
actually,
say though.
imagine,
so
no,
so
but
so
Kingo,
they,
imagine
so
if,
so really,
No,
Muslims
I
actually
don't feel
agree
what
with
the Muslims
deification.
talk about, bro.
now
I
forget
don't,
that for a second.
I
Yo,
don't
Kingo,
feel
one
none of them,
second,
bro.
one
Like
second,
none of
one
no one,
second.
none.
You're 360, 1 second. Just
See
imagine,
now,
like,
I
you see
don't
from
agree with
what
that. I don't
Kingo
agree with
said,
that.
yeah?
I reckon that's
1
taking it too
second.
far. I reckon that's taking
Yo,
it
can
too
you hear
far.
me? Yo, can you hear
No,
me?
it's not.
Yeah, sorry, go
Yo,
on, chill.
Kingo, can you hear me? Yeah, just to reflect on what you said. Imagine you go to church now, yeah, and you go to church every week for years, and you know you got the same priest or pastor, whatever, for years, and then you find out the man's a devil worshipper. You're not gonna be disappointed. Of course
That's
you
your
would.
business. That's their business, bro. You're still trying your
Yeah, of
hardest
course you'd be
to do something
disappointed.
that's not gonna. It's got no, bruv. It's like staying dry in the rain,
Yo,
innit? Like it's not effective, truly. That,
no,
bruv.
I'd
It's.
feel
I'm saying,
deceived. I'd
I'll
feel
stand on
deceived.
what I speak, bruv. Like end of the day, if you want to be a sheep, be a sheep. Go on.
That's not about
I'm
being
not,
a
I'm
sheep,
not
bro.
into
That's
that,
about
bruv. Like I don't
deception,
care
bro.
about that, bruv. Like everyone, if everyone's happy being slaves, innit? The chains are now concealed, bruv. Like white people are slaves, black people are slaves, Asian, whatever you are, you're slaves. Done it. Like stop pussyfooting around it, man. People don't realize that they're all slaves to the system. You live in a world, man. Like they're not. You know what did Bobby say? Like emancipate yourself from mental slavery. I said it the last time, bruv. Like that's what it is.
What if you
Mental. People
found out
don't.
your
The
dad
people are
wasn't your
all
dad?
about the money, bruv. So when you're
What
talking
if you
like
found out
Muslims,
your
for
dad
example,
wasn't
yeah,
your dad?
people. I got love. I got
Would you be
brothers,
disappointed
sisters.
then?
Hold on a minute, brother, man. I've got brothers and sisters. I've got cousins. I've got people that's Nation of Islam and Muslim and all sorts, yeah. And Rastafari. I've got this and that. I've got a big family, but you know, here's the thing, yeah. The thing is, yeah, everyone's down for making that money, innit? Like I'm doing what I'm doing. We all slaves, bro. You're all making
What
that
if you
person
found out
rich,
your
bro.
family wasn't your
Allow
family?
it,
How would
man.
you feel?
Yeah, one
What
Huh?
other
if you found
thing,
out
yeah.
your
Can
family?
I add
What
to
if you
that?
found out your family wasn't your family? How would you
So
feel?
what?
Oh, Shifter,
So what? There's a
Shifter.
defined family, bro. What are you talking about? Bruv, you can take a dog, yeah,
Maximus said some
and
real
that dog,
things,
you
and
could
I'm not
take a
gonna
dog.
lie.
Here,
I'm not gonna
bruv,
lie.
you
I
could
thought
take a
it was
dog, yeah. You could take a dog. I'm not referencing myself to a dog. I'm just saying the pattern, yeah. In everything, yeah. You could take a dog. You could take from this dog and that dog, make another dog, take away that, sell that dog, and now you got
Yo,
another
dog.
dog over there. They made a little family, yeah. What's the pattern? You got the same with animals. The other animals, yeah. You got the same with humans, and someone's possibly their parents have died, yeah. So now this person taking them in, bruv. That's not their real family because they're what? Because it's not DNA, bruv, man. Family, you
Yo,
make your
dog.
family. You make your
Yo,
family.
doggy. Yo,
Yeah,
doggy.
that's my team. But
You
here's the
never
thing,
seen a
Yeah,
yeah.
disappointment in your
especially
lifetime,
when you
then.
leave your mum and dad's house to go with a stranger and create a new family, and you're not even blood with that
Exactly.
person. Come on,
Like
bro.
that's what I'm saying. You made your own family, like
You're
brother.
loving, and you're
I'm
loving
closer to some people that's
next
more.
man's daughter.
Listen,
And you know what I'm saying?
I'm more closer to people some people that's not even my DNA. What? So I shouldn't look at them as family. Oh, whatever, man. Like that's just weird, man. That's weirdo shit. I'm like, end of the day, yeah, we all live in a white man's world. Simple. They're the dominant ones. They're the alphas. Because everyone's praising them. Simple, fam. It is what it is. Yeah, everyone talking about doing their own business. Fuck the business. The only way it's gonna ever change is everyone just says, fuck it, let's all go Africa and then just start from fresh. No one wants to be building no fucking wooden house or straws and shit like that, bro. They're not being real, they're liars, bro. People are liars, man. They love the system, they love the beast, bro. So how can you fool them?
If you want to see alpha, yeah, sometimes on some of these panels, yeah, people end up cussing each other, yeah. I wanted to get that upper on them. And before
Yeah,
that, you're meant to be brethren, you know. You're meant to be
I know.
respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, not fall
Yeah,
out with
yeah,
people.
yeah. And it
But then,
happens. No, you're right, you know. And you know what? It happens because they know that it's gonna spark. All right, cool. But yeah, they really go fully all out and just like go out their
and
way. I
I
get it.
respect you for voicing your views, even though I might not agree with them. But I respect you for
Yeah.
voicing your views. I don't need to call you a dickhead. I don't need to
Nah.
start attacking you because, bro, like, that's not intellectual, bro. That's not friendly, is it?
And that's so powerful.
disturbing.
And that's what you said is so powerful because like that's why when the gentleman mentioned, I don't know who it was, but gentleman mentioned about a Muslim, they might feel that, oh, I'm attacking them. Nah, like, but they're not righteous, bro. But oh, you offend me. So they say, so what? You listen, from when there's a person over there that's starving and you're living like trillionaire, billionaire status and calling us, nah, allow it, man. Now, like everyone's gone in bed with the white man. End of the day, money is not real, fam. Oh, it's in your opinion. At the end of the day, man, it's like there's some things right is right and wrong is wrong, innit? I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm just saying I just don't believe in what you believe in because what you believe in, that's shady to me. To me, it's just to me. I go to your country and say I don't believe in that. I'm a Rasta. All right, we're gonna kill you. What the hell?
For a second again.
That's mental, fam.
Mental.
Before we go into another long monologue, I've got another question. Do you think any of you, this is a question for everyone on the panel, anyone can answer. Do you think that homosexuality is the devil's religion? Talk to me.
No, that's a bit of a flagrant statement to make. Too broad. Is it the devil's religion? I mean, there's so many different types of forms of mindset.
Do you think it's the devil, or do you think it's your own?
No, I mean, come on. What sort of? I mean, the person who believes.
Not you, Gold. I'm saying, do you think it's the devil, or do you think it's your own brain to call somebody the N word? Who do you think's in control?
Wait, that's changed now. That's changed. You've added that's loaded. You loaded that question
I'm saying, like, when you're talking about the devil, who do you think's in control of your life? So, what, the devil's your life? Are you that weak?
But who said that anyone believes in the devil?
Yeah, but Bob, that's some semantics, bro. That's like, come on, Bob. Let's be real and define what we're saying.
Okay, so if I come to your house tomorrow and your mobile phone goes missing, I say the devil took it. Are you going to believe me?
Sorry, fam. I'll be back. I'm just going to charge my phone.
I would believe you if you said that the devil took my phone. I believe you, man. But I'd have to ask you, are you the devil? Are you the devil that took it?
Oh, mate.
It's a the devil in you. It's a the devil.
I understand. Hey, trust you know, fam. That doesn't say like.
Yeah,
you got like. I think it's jokes. You see, like in is it Hyde Park in London? Yeah, where they got the speakers corner or something, religion corner or something. Man, I don't even know what it's called. So forgive me. Yeah, man, that is a madness. I just see one bag of friggin' radical people just ready to kill one another. Like, yo, this is not the place to be.
But you see the question I asked you, bro. Yeah, you see the question I asked you. Like, think about it like this. Yeah, if the Most High's religion is to create life, yeah, and to sustain life, and to what's the word? To promote righteousness in life's course, in its journey, then the devil's religion must be the opposite, then, don't it?
No,
I don't
Why
know.
not?
Who's the devil? That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
I don't know who it is.
Yeah,
Bro, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I've never met the devil, never felt him, nothing. And the same with the Lord.
None of that.
Never felt anything. None of it, bro.
None of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm
people
saying.
are
Like,
allowed
it's all
to be
this.
devil worshippers
Oh,
nowadays.
mate. Who said that? Who said that? Nat, did you say that, Nat?
Huh?
Did you say you never met the devil, right?
Yeah, I've never met him. Never felt him.
Yeah, bro. Like, listen. this is the thing, yeah. I've never met God. I never met the devil. I don't even know. It's like I just don't believe in none of it, mate. Like, I think,
Nah.
it's all one big lie, man. We
Yeah.
where like look, you said something that was it you, Shipper? I'm not trying to pick on you. So someone said it could have been you now, or someone said about no, it was Shipper, you said it. We live in an advanced we live in like an advanced time where
Oh,
technology and
we don't live.
everything
We
is
don't live
just
in primitive
great.
times. Basically, we live in the modern times. We're not as primitive as we would have been in, thousands of years prior, as far as science may be concerned. I can't prove that, but it's just a guesstimate. To be fair,
Yeah, but we don't, you can't. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like expensive technology. Like I think that we've got technology of expensive technology. You get what I'm saying? But end of the day, if you look at it for what it really is, yeah, it's just expensive technology. It's just an illusion, fam. Like we don't qualify to say that they weren't more advanced then than now.
Mhm.
We've just been
And
sold that narrative, innit? So end of the day, if you want to run with that, that's cool. Because what's happened is now, with what you just said there, why do you think these young mucks and everyone are going out there doing crazy things? People putting their bitch on the line, they're putting their house on the line, they're putting things on the line just for money or something, bruv. Like for something that's not even real. You understand? They're gonna be looking at people with more like status symbol, innit? More status, more money, more this and that, and say, yeah, they're the man. Yeah,
yeah,
you're
well,
not seeing the bigger picture, innit? Like, so if they're looking at that person that they're the man or they're the woman, they're the biggest one, yeah, happening, yeah, then the white man must be the god.
now
Because
I'm looking at it
they
like this.
nah, bro, listen,
Yeah.
they created money. Mm-hmm. They got
I'm
the
not disagreeing with you, but I'm looking at like the person who's really in charge right now out of all of us where we live right now is Boris Johnson and whoever's got behind him. So I'm looking at who everyone's taking orders from. Yeah. So during lockdown, you weren't allowed to go to prayer, but that is part of your thing. So what's going on? Who do you listen to? Do you listen to God or do you listen to the law, like man? And I think it was quite evident, yeah, that everyone was bowing down to a man. Money, yeah, and don't forget, we don't make money; we get given it. So it doesn't matter, even if you're a billionaire, yeah, somebody has to give you, unless you are printing that money. When you're printing the money, you are in charge, yeah. You're the done. You get me? But if you're not printing the money, whether you're earning $1 billion a week
yeah.
or like Mbappe's earning something like
See,
£19 per minute, yeah, bro,
you see, like
he
what
still has to give.
you're saying now,
Yeah, he's still
yeah, bro.
worshipping money.
Uh,
You get me?
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I 100 agree with what you're saying, bro. Like,
Say that again. You're cutting out a bit. I don't know if that's my thing. That me, that's up.
yes,
Yeah, I can hear you, man. I cut out again.
yeah,
Yeah, you're back here.
absolutely. Yeah, bro. I'm like, this is the thing, like, if people, but everyone still changes to them. Yeah, you cut out again, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you
What
now,
happened to
man.
shit?
Can you hear me good, yeah? Oh, yeah, no, cut out. But listen, so they could close it down, innit? Like, boy, man, nothing ever stays the same, innit? It's quite evident in like history, man. Like, we're the ones that are changing, man. You know what I mean? And we're the ones making the changes around the world, which is quite evident. You know what I mean? From cassette player to a CD to now fucking little microchip that you could just fucking bang out anywhere. We're changing. And nothing ever stays the same. So, bro, if you look at how it is like years back to when man was just riding on horse and not worrying about fucking bills and everything like that, but then he still had to worry about, you know, the dangers in life, society. And boy, if we're not all thinking, or if we don't all have some common like understanding or agreement or how can you put it, universal like universal like, you know what I mean, like agreement that everyone can agree on one thing, yeah, not stealing, not killing, you know, etc., then boy, it just works. But whatever comes out of that, whatever we breed or whatever we create, new laws from off there is keeping up with the times. You know, 10 commandments have turned it into what? Maybe 50,000 laws, maybe 1 million different laws, because every law is different in every country or every state. So it isn't. But anyway, and then that is out.
That's the live band playing, the Go-Go Band, it's DC Go-Go.
Yo, what's going on? Where did everybody run? All right. What's happening, bro? You good? Yeah, man. I see you're some sort of wedding or something like that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. So, my bro, what do you think of what are your thoughts? Someone
talking, baby. Love me now, or I'll go crazy. Oh, sweet thing. Don't you know you're everything?
Yo, where did Shift go, man? Shift. What you saying, brother? Yeah, man. Anyway, big up Pelu, my bro. Don't know if you're listening, but yeah, big up, man. Big up yourself, my bro. It's good to see that, you know, people are enjoying themselves. It'd be nice of you to focus on something nice and plump and round and thing in there, man. Not your head. Yeah, yeah, no, a gal there, man. Show us some talent.
Or being wrong. I just want to
want my love, don't want your money. Cause I'm saying it sound funny, but oh, sweet thing, don't you know you are everything? Sweet thing, don't you know you are everything?
Man, get your big forehead out of my face, man. Your big forehead ass looking ass, brother. Put the banner on them women. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Pan over to them titties over there. Not that ugly one with the jello arm either. I want to see, yo, Pelu. He's from the South, innit? You from the South, bro? Pan over to some fit ass mamas in there. Some MILFs. I want to see some fit ass MILFs up in here. But no, big up yourselves, guys, man. Anybody locked and loaded and them things there. We were just talking about there's a man that knows that he's gonna die and dies. Is that an alpha male? Or a man that knows he's gonna die but chooses not to because he's scared or he thinks about the future? Is that an alpha? I'd say the former. No, the former. The man that knows he's gonna die or knows that he's in peril danger, that fight stands up for his challenge to be alpha is an alpha. Not the man that says, oh well, I'm gonna come in real big harm and I might just die from this. I'm not gonna engage. That's not an alpha, bro. That's not, yeah. I would say, can you be smart? Is it the smarter one? Yeah, to say smart, he's a smarter one, but smart necessarily isn't going to be the alpha. Most likely can be, but no. I say the smarter ones are the less alpha ones in that respect. Because smart doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna survive the next day. So anybody in the chat, man, I want to come up. I don't know who's here. Yeah, no one's here. Pedro, can you hear me, bro? Can you hear me? No? Yeah, I don't know where the lads went, man, but yeah, it was interesting. Talking about, you know what I mean, everything. What we did go over. Oh, I saw some legs, man. Some nice legs there, bro. Pan back up there, bro. Oh, yeah, he knows what he's doing. Right. Yeah, pan to the right. Yes. You can hear me. You can hear me. I know you're slyly doing it. Slyly, boy. Slyly does it. I see you. Yeah, I can see that. You see that dress? I can see the cock off in the dress. Boy. Nice. Aye. And she's bending over. Aye. Oh, it looked like he was about to tap her ass. You see that from that angle. Woo. Jeez. Pan to the right. Oh, yes, he got her, boy. He's got her, boy. Peely, bro. I can see where. Hey, Peter, bro, you know what? Yeah, you might even get arrested, you know, for a little bit of You trying to take a picture of the woman up the woman's skirt? Let me see. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, see what I'm saying? She moved off, you just turned the camera up. I like that. I like that. That was smooth. That was smooth. Man did it like a professional, boy. He was even singing as well, just to mask himself off. You see that? Put a couple hiccups in there as well, like he was tipsy as well. Like he couldn't focus on that something that far. Yeah, I see you, Deb. I see you. Yeah, but big up yourself, man. Jump back on, man. Anybody jumps back on, I might be here, I might be not. But if you are, I might come back on. But until next time, family, peace.
If I forget, says that feet of love, wanna rock with you all night, dance with you all night. I wanna rock with you all night, rock the night away. Yeah, I'm sharing my life with you. This is DC. We're at More and More Lounge, K Street, DC. More and More Restaurant, K Street, DC. If you're ever in DC, come over. K Street, K and 17th. If you're talking back, if you're talking back to me, I can't hear you. I can't even talk. I can't really hear. But it's More and More Lounge, K Street, K and 17th, DC. Check us out. Rock with you all night, rock the night away.